would you like to give us a recap of last time?
Sure. Most of the session was combat, so I can recap the combat, but it's
Straightforward.
yeah, I mean, I recapped the combat in the journal, but I don't think you guys want me to go through all of it. So primarily, we just were in combat against a number of Yuan-ti, including some abominations and some spellcasters and the anathema. And that took most of the session. LJ and Nasira both went down. LJ actually died, but in the end, Anvir was able to revive him, and through combined efforts of many silvery barbs and counter spells and healing from Anvir and Nasira, pulled through. So we then did some looting and debated whether or not to long rest here or return to the base. The mercenaries did decide to go ahead and retreat back to their base, and that is where we left off.
All right, thank you for the recap. So it is the 69th of spring, 9:40 in the evening. We will return to the area we were in. I think, yeah, the mercenaries were in the, basically kind of in the midst of leaving. And I don't think anyone wanted to do anything, so they are going to leave. So I'll just poof them away. Say they, yeah.
Well, once they're gone, I would ask, should we block the entrance to make sure nobody else can come in?
Aren't we going back that way with them?
I think that was up for debate. I think there was a little bit of a misunderstanding, but I don't care either way.
Well, to be fair, I am almost dead. I would like a rest.
Yeah, you brought him back, right? He's at 1?
Yeah.
At 1.
Anvir's just looking around in absolutely perfect condition at everybody else, and it's like, yeah, no, all of you people need to sleep immediately.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, just to point this out, Anvir is at full HP.
So,
instead
yeah,
of I was just going to say, instead of rehashing our argument from the end of last session, what if everyone just puts in chat now, stay or go, to say whether or not we rest immediately where we stand or we leave this temple and find a resting spot.
Well,
yeah, that would solve that.
Well, here's my thing. I'm not arguing that we rest. I'm just arguing I don't know if it's worth doing it here. Like, because this seeming should last a really long time. So we should be able to, like, at least start doing a full long rest, maybe even there.
All right, so we're currently 3 stay, 2 go, and 1 don't care.
So, can we just...
Well, that sounds... Well, the majority goes to stay, really, then, unless Kudo can actually put a vote in.
Yeah. Unless Kudo puts a vote in, it's stay.
And of course, Anvir has the hut, so if that might make anyone who's nervous feel a little more comfortable.
Honestly, I think like 3 of us have that.
Do we now?
Oh, true.
Cool.
Probably. So
we want to stay then and basically make sure that we're rested up when we get back.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Since the base we would be returning to is not actually our allies, and we are posing there, I do think it would be dangerous for us to return in our current condition.
That's
in case anything goes down.
Someone wanna start up the hut?
Alright, so are we deciding to stay within the temple and rest?
It looks like that's the majority vote.
Yes, majority wins.
So I'm gonna start passing time. Does anyone...
I would do the hut.
I am gonna bandage everyone before we rest. Everyone except Doodles, it looks like.
And me. I'm full.
And you don't need it? Okay.
I am gonna put on the try to attune to the necklace.
All right, so you're gonna do a short rest as well then.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doodle, my only thing with that is, like, if we cave in that little entrance, then how are we getting out afterwards?
Well, we're resting. So I can make it disappear. I can dismiss it.
We don't
Dismiss what? I don't know what you're referring to. So far, you've just said, do we want to block off the I don't know what you're talking about blocking it with.
Create like a boulder or something that prevents people from crawling through.
Yeah, I guess
So-
you could do that. I guess.
The
If that's an option, then we might as well take the precaution.
The
Here's
vent
my only
is
problem
a small entryway at the top of the hall. You probably wouldn't need a boulder. You just need like maybe a 3-foot rock. But yeah.
My only problem with that is, isn't that also the thing we use to get in here? So it's kind of our escape route as well.
This is the only way out right now.
Oh no, I mean that spell, isn't that the thing you use to like create the little submarine thing we use to actually like infiltrate into here?
No,
He can.
but I have enough energy.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just wanted to
You can use
clarify,
it-
if you use this, are we going to be buggered if we need to, say, use the submarine again?
No, but I almost want to say we don't need a metagame every single thing. But if you read the text there, you can create more items. So.
All right. So we are going to attempt to pass some time and rest here. Let me know if anyone is going to do any RP or needs to like have a scene talking to someone else. I don't have any NPCs here, so there's not going to be any interactions like that way. But
Isn't Volley in the background?
he is, but technically he wouldn't be here unless someone else wasn't here. It'd be more like an alternate world thing. Because, yeah, you only have the, I think you only have the 6 seemings, right? There's no way you could have hit him.
Yeah.
Or wait, how many can you seeming?
It's everybody
One-
within range.
Oh, is
I'm
it?
pretty sure.
I don't. That's fine.
I cannot cast seeming again right now until a long
No.
rest.
No. He's
but I
asking
was-
when
Many
you.
people.
Yeah, I was asking how many does it affect?
Um,
Is it 6 or 8?
any number of creatures.
Oh, okay.
I thought. Yeah, it's everybody within 30 feet. It's why it's so weird.
So I guess Dosha and Seal, or Dosha and the captain could be here. I'm not going to do anything with them right now. I'm just going to say they're in the
That's fair.
background. All right, so you begin resting.
I did say I was going to cast the hut as well. Just
Yep. So you cast the hut. So
I'm getting the attunement off.
it,
First thing I do.
you're getting what?
I'm doing the attunement before the long rest.
All right, and you do
Part
have
of a
the
short
one short rest to spend, right?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, we can say you're doing that first. You would successfully do that, so you can go ahead and
Cool.
attune to your new magical item. Will hopefully help
wait.
you.
I'm just putting that in case we end up needing it marked.
Yeah, I also put in the location of the altar. So that's there now.
Yeah, I did notice that actually. It looks gruesome.
Yeah, it's
You
kind
mind
of
pausing
creepy.
the effect?
I've just noticed
Yeah.
that sarcophagus thing on the right looks like an eye is staring at it through.
Yeah.
Uh,
So Kudo. During the evening, you are you kind of awaken, and you're standing in the temple, but you don't see anyone else around you. Something's up. What do you want to do?
I don't see anybody else around me. I'm in the same spot.
Yeah, so like the hut's gone, everyone's gone. You're just kind of standing there, like next to the altar.
Do we have our telepathic bond still up?
You would attempt to use that, but you don't think, or it doesn't seem like anyone is replying.
Hmm. I'll pinch myself to make sure that I'm actually awake.
Give me a wisdom save.
Does this have anything to do with fear or charmed?
No, it wouldn't be fear or charm.
No?
Okay. So you pinch yourself, and it hurts, but yeah, it seems like it's real. You would hear a strange humming noise coming from the north hallway. Almost as if, like, there was some kind of magical energy.
Who goes there? I'll call out.
You don't get a reply.
I'll try to ascertain the arcane nature of that energy, if possible. If not, then
Give me an active perception. Let me see if you can make out what it sounds like exactly. So as you focus in on it, it might actually be, well, it's definitely some kind of magical energy, but you almost think you hear words in it. Give me an Arcana check.
are there any of these languages?
It is not. Actually, let me make sure I know exactly what language this is. Maybe it is one of those. No, you can't, or at least it doesn't make any sense to you right now.
Okay.
So yeah, give me let's see, 12. So you think it is might be some kind of magical hymn, almost like a song of magic, like a bard might use, like with like a melody weaved into the the magical hum that you hear.
I'll cast light and then throw it down that direction.
All right, so you throw the light rock down the hall. As you do, there is a creature that comes into view,
Oh no.
Uh, which almost seems like it lights up a little itself as your light appears. It looks kind of like a snake, but as you can see, like with a human head. It says something to you, but you don't know what it's saying. Suddenly you start to feel a pain in your mind. Give me a wisdom save.
Again, nothing to do with fear charmed, huh?
No, this is some kind of psychic energy. All right, so you start to
Oh,
feel.
psychic.
Yeah. Are you resistant?
I am resistant to psychic.
Okay. So you would take a little bit of damage, 6 points of psychic damage, as the tune it's singing seems to like have feedback, and you still don't know what it's saying to you. Give me an insight check.
Hold on a second. Okay. Can you move the hut to the background? I'm trying to like edit my token and click it.
Yeah, I can actually just make it so you guys can't click it. I should make a version of it that only one person can click. There you go.
Alright, thank you. Alright, very low row.
Okay. So yeah, you're not sure what's going on. I'll just put it on the board as it's kind of moving towards you, but you're definitely getting like these intense headaches from the noise as the creature approaches. What do you want to do?
I will attempt to speak to it telepathically.
Okay. What are you using for that?
Well, I don't think it's gonna make any difference, but I will do so, I guess, in common.
All right, so you step forward to get within 30 feet and
And I'll
attempt to
be like,
communicate. Where are you on the map? I don't see you.
He's on. I think he's
Oh,
like
he's under
just on.
the. Okay.
Yeah.
So give me another wisdom save. As you connect with this creature's mind, you hear a lot more of that static.
right?
Oh, nice. So you managed to connect with the creature. You take 2 points of psychic, so I guess 1 point, as it's still very uncomfortable connecting to this creature. And it would say, the Guardians, you've killed them. Why did you kill my Guardians? It seems very annoyed.
Well, they struck at us first.
This temple protects an ancient evil. Leave this place. You will all die here and release a horror upon the deep if you do not.
Oh, he's telling me more about this horror so that I may inform the others.
Give me a persuasion check.
Not bad.
He says, long ago in the ancient times, the Naga were more of gods than mortals, and the primordial Naga were dangerous and deadly. Our people who spawned from them had to put them into prisons to keep the temples and our people safe. This is one of the places where several have been trapped. You must not release them. You must leave. You have already stolen our ancient goods. Do not inflict further harm upon this place. I guess
What
ancient
evidence do
treasures.
you... Okay. What evidence do you have of this? I do not know you, although I also feel that what you tell me could make sense. But I will have to. I'm not here alone. I will have to convince the others if what you say is true.
As I am Sisvara, an ancient spirit left behind long ago to watch over this sacred place. As must you must listen to my words and leave this place. Convince them if you need to, or however you can. If you do release them, you will be releasing terror upon this world. Do you have history?
Yeah, can I insight what she is saying to me?
Yeah. With let's see, your passive is 11. You can do an active insight. So yeah, I mean, you seems like she is being honest. Although, give me another wisdom save at advantage. DC 16. You might something else might occur to you. You are almost certain this is a dream at this point, with what's
Yeah.
happening.
I
Like you,
suspected already.
you don't think it's a normal dream, but you think like maybe she is somehow pulling your sleeping what's it called, like subconsciousness into like her own psychic not control but like manipulations. Like you're almost certain that you're still just laying in the hut.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, you are back to what you were doing with the insight. You don't think she's lying. History might tell you more here too.
Okay. Not very good at that, but
All right. Yeah, you don't know much about the ancient Naga or demigods or any of that, but if she is being honest, then you could be in great danger if you did free something you shouldn't. This whole area
Okay.
could be.
yeah.
She says,
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
I will have to check in with the others if you can release me from this dream. unless you have any other bits of wisdom you may share with me.
Just check in. Check in. You could destroy this area and kill thousands. What do you mean check in? You must leave.
What I mean by it is consult with the others.
Give me a persuasion.
If I leave, it's very fine if I leave, but there are others here. You do not wish me to just leave. You wish for all of us to leave. Is that correct?
She says that is correct, yes. Says I will release you from the stream, but I wish, or I want your word that you will do your best to have them go. Or actually, she would say, I want your word that you will get them out of here, to leave this place.
I cannot promise that.
She says, you must promise that.
Sure, I promise. That's a deception.
All right, go ahead, give me a deception.
Oh.
You said, sure, I promise. That's not very deceptive. Yeah, sure, whatever, I promise. So,
Whatever.
yeah, well, sure, no, that's cool. I
Being
promise.
nonchalant about it. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
He says, good. This is important. What's the word? This is important, Tortle. You must do this, or else there will be much death and destruction. And there's suddenly a bit of a jolt as you awaken back within the hut.
Okay.
It looks like who's well, what watch are you on? Because this wouldn't be during your watch.
Sure. I'm middle watch or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, what watch is Kudo on? Or is he on one?
Wait. Isn't this a short rest?
No, this is after the short rest. This is during the night. Do we have the what's the watch thing? So I want to see
yeah.
who's
Wait, were we
awake right
planning-
now.
Were we planning to stay here after the short? I thought we were
Yes.
leaving after. the short- Okay.
No, I was told you guys were staying. So I'll say
Evening.
I'll just roll.
Uh,
So
evening.
yeah, I'll say this is the dawn watch. So you kind of awaken. Doodles is sitting there talking with Leo Jr. with his tea,
Yeah.
and they kind of both notice you like jolt awake.
Yeah, in the corner of the hut, it almost looks like a pile of purple robes, but actually, Kudo was in his shell taking a nap, and
Morning there, sleepyhead.
quickly he what does he do? He emerges from his shell and tells you all, I saw a vision in my sleep, a Naga, an ancient one. He tells me that if we venture forward, there are dangers here that we could unleash upon this world. This place was actually a prison to hold the primordial Naga that proved too dangerous for even their own kind. I'll look over to Nasira. Do you know
Yes,
of
sir,
these
that's
things?
right.
Yeah, I think
I
at
was
this
about to-
point it's the only two that are up is you're talking, unless you're waking everyone. The only two you'd see up
I'll
would
wake
be
everybody.
okay. So you go wake everyone up and tell them this. That's fine. So go ahead. You can all as if he had just told you all. You're all kind of groggy because it's almost morning, but yeah, he gives you that little bit of info.
Do any of us know of anything of what he's talking about?
Give me a moment. Were you saying something, Nasira? You
I
might
was
have some RP.
pretty
here.
much going to ask the same. Nasira is not proficient in history or religion, but would she know anything from? She wasn't. She was not raised by Yanti,
So
but she was raised
Oh.
among
Oh, yeah.
learned people.
Yeah. So from your background, I'll give you an in check with proficiency on this one. Because you might know
Straight
something,
in.
especially since you spent time in temples.
So would it be like history or religion, or would I just do intelligence?
It would be int as if you were proficient. So add your int and proficiency modifier.
Okay, so that would
You
be
got
plus
temple
4.
lore.
Oh, 19. Wow.
Wait, isn't that 15?
Well, I didn't. have the
Oh,
plus
you didn't
4.
add the plus 4. So yes, what he's saying does match up with your understanding of the ancient Naga people. The first Naga, at least, are claimed to be like these like primordial beasts almost. Some say they were even demons, but from them came the Naga people. And at one point, there was like this huge war between the primordial Naga and their people. Like it's
So
a
then
big
na-
part of the Naga, or what? Yeah, you're Naga, right? No, you're Yanti.
No.
So yeah, it's a kind of a connection to your history as well.
So yeah, she would summarize like what she knows from something she, studied in a book at some point that kind of matches what Kudo brought to us. This is most fascinating. Do you believe that your visitor is to be believed and trusted?
I am not the wisest one, but from what I could tell, do not think she made the story up. But then again, I am not the most I could not detect anything that would say otherwise, but I'm not the most insightful.
I trust your insight as it has been reliable so far in my experience.
Oh.
I am most curious to view the beauty of this ancient place, but this information gives me pause. I'm inclined to believe. And she would look around to the rest to see what everyone else thinks.
So
I wonder if
Go ahead.
I wonder if she would visit you all in your own dreams. I do not know why she would just select me.
You
Well,
do
she
seem
can
to
have
be-
good luck.
There are certain types of magic that may amplify such visitations. Perhaps you were the easiest for her to contact, or some other connection made more possible or probable through
From
you.
what you,
I know not. Go ahead.
from what you told us, it sounded like that she had some psychic abilities, so she might have been able to link with you through that.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Go ahead if you were saying anything else.
Oh no. I said, yeah, that's a good call.
So I'll say Anvir and Nasira, especially with your high insights. It would make sense to you that these guardians were here for more than just that golden idol, because while it was very valuable, you would think they would be guarding something much more valuable or maybe even dangerous.
Does the idol?
Go
Do
for
we
it.
think maybe the idol might be like a representation of the primordial Naga or something like that, or does it look a lot more like generic and basic than that?
I mean, it
Take
was
it out of the bag.
the idol is extremely detailed and beautifully carved, and I think you did detect there was a magical aura on it, but you're not sure what that would have to do with some kind of trapped primordial.
Hey, if we detected magic on that, Eldwin, do you think you could try and identify it and see if there's anything funky with it?
I think. Oh, go ahead.
He just identifies it. Holds the soul of a primordial Naga.
I thought we identified, or no, I guess it was just detect magic, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
you sensed a magical aura. I don't think anyone tried to identify this.
I take it out of the bag and held it and give it to Eldwin.
Now remember, you haven't finished your long rest yet. Do you guys want to do this in the morning?
I
or-
don't think we were planning on
Fine.
taking a long. I
I
thought
like
we were
how
only
he's
planning on
like,
taking a short.
Are you sure you guys want to not do? Do you
I-
guys want to wait till
Probably in
morning?
the morning.
I was pretty sure. I mean, is Anvia right? I thought you guys were spending the night here.
Probably
That
in the
was
morning.
my
I was under the assumption we
Oh,
were.
that was my understanding as well. But
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I
that
was
thought.
my-
Probably in the- Yeah, probably in
That
the
was-
morning we do this.
That was my understanding as well, but from what is identifying something considered like
It'd be casting a spell.
Yes.
It wouldn't. Well, it wouldn't break the long rest because long rest can only be broken by an hour of strenuous.
Yeah.
So you could do small things like cast spells. Yeah. So if you thought it would be good to do it now and get the spell back, like that's not a terrible idea.
I'd have to ritually cast it because I don't have it prepared, but
All right. Do you
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to?
I can do that. As long as
Still less than
so it
an
won't.
hour,
If I do this,
so-
it won't break my rest.
It's 10
No.
minutes, so
Yeah, it would
you
only be
need
10.
an hour to.
Well,
Alright,
while
then
he's
I-
doing that, just to be cautious, I'm going to go ahead, since we've had our short rest, I'm going to go ahead and bandage everyone again.
I'm pretty much
Just,
full health, so I don't need that.
Just a
Okay.
quick thing. Can you actually cast a ritual spell you haven't prepared? I thought that was a scribe ability.
No, that's
Uh,
a
that's
wizard
a wizard
ability.
thing.
Wizards
That's
can
a
do that.
wizard thing.
Yeah.
Weird. I for some reason I remembered that as like a scribe like subclass feature.
No, it's wizards are the only ritual casters that can do that, but I know because I played a wizard a bunch. All right, so
might be thinking
you
of the- You might be thinking of the thing where they can make spell scrolls, maybe? I don't know.
I mean, I've just never played a wizard. To be fair.
I know Shroud's wizard. You can cast a ritual
Uh,
spell only one.
did you spend
as
a
a
short
normal
rest,
spell.
Nasira, to get those bandages back?
I did.
Oh, okay, that's fine then. So you cast Identify, and there's a couple of things you find out. Some things also make you more curious. So there is an anti-detection magic on this. Like it can't be scryed or like locate object. Can't basically anything that would locate it is it's immune to. There's divinations basically. There's a what's it called? A preservation, very powerful preservation aura. You'd guess that attacking it wouldn't actually do much damage to it, almost like the Ring of Power, where you need a special way of destroying this. And there are 4 abilities that are all masked. Your Identify does not tell you what they do.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is some kind of very powerful item.
so back in the bag.
Yeah, if
I think for now.
you
Back
know,
in
it
the
was
bag it
interesting.
goes.
Like,
Sorry.
I can't, like, it's so powerful, I can't even make out what exactly it does.
Yeah,
But-
you would guess that goes along with the anti-divination. That's basically hiding a lot of its what it can do. Doodles, I haven't heard much from you. Are you gonna say anything in all this?
He wants someone to attune to it.
You can't attune. No, you can't attune to it unless you know what the attunement ability is. You can't just blindly attune to items.
I thought you could in order to figure those things out.
Well, that's not completely true. I guess you can attune to things if you know how, and things you like unique items like this. There's probably some kind of way to
Yeah.
do it.
Like a ritual or
Um,
something.
I just thought
Yeah.
of something amazing.
So
Don't
what,
mind me.
what are we doing here? We rested, right? We got.
I
Well,
don't think
no,
we
you
completed the
haven't.
long rest.
You
We're in
haven't
the
finished the. Yeah, you haven't finished the rest yet.
How are we dealing with these fools who are going to come in here after us to try to loot everything and steal these treasures and release this evil?
Kill
That is a
them.
great question. If we leave, it doesn't solve the problem. If it is
Yeah, we
indeed a
just kill them. Simple.
Go ahead, Kudo. What were you saying?
Oh no, I have no response to what LJ said.
Just to kill them.
It's LJ, what
There
is that?
there are a lot of enemies if you were gonna kill all of them.
And we
Yeah.
still don't know their numbers.
But
One second.
yeah, you would guess like your best. Well, I don't want to give you too much advice. I'll say like Anvir, you might think with your high insight that somehow convincing them not to come here might be your best option.
Which I think we might be able to do because their allies saw what they were up against, and we can come back and can convince them that it's a bad plan to go back there. We barely got out by our own skin, and let's block it up forever. Are we going to leave this idol here, or are we going to take this cursed item with us?
Idol's already in the bag.
It is interesting that he mentioned that we had stolen it, but strangely enough, she did not ask for us to place it back. Is that correct, Lou? Did I
Yeah,
remember that?
she didn't mention anything about the idol. All she said was about the trapped primordials. So you wonder if the idol has anything to do with them. She did complain about you stealing their treasures.
Yeah, but she wasn't like give it back. She was more like her task was for us to leave, not necessarily return everything.
Yeah, you at this like you well at this point you'd probably wonder if she even has a physical body or any way to interact with the real world. She might just be some kind of psychic ghost or psychic presence here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so do you want to finish resting? You only have a couple more hours till you finish.
Yep. Back to bed, you guys. Back to bed.
Back to
We'll stay
bed.
up.
All right. So
I
yeah,
think it's about time for Kudo and Nasira to do the last watch. I guess then.
Actually, no.
I think
LJ and Doodles on the West Watch.
yeah
Oh,
they
sorry, yeah,
were.
we're the
We
first.
said-
Sorry, my bad. I got that swapped. Yeah, evening. Okay.
No worries.
You already got your watch. You did your
You did
Oh,
your
okay.
research
And
already.
LJ's
You're gonna
mom
cook bacon and
apparently.
egg.
Yeah,
An illusion of LJ's mom.
Yes.
it's an
Yeah,
odd
which-
watch.
He's
trying
standing
to
on my
punch it.
shoulders.
I am trying to punch it to death.
All right, so it is now the morning of the 70th of spring at 8 a.m. You guys would get a long rest.
And we leveled up.
No, yeah.
I'm just kidding. That
What
was
are
a
the-
joke.
What are the
Sure.
chances anybody here has a large amount of incense?
Wait, where's my soundboard?
I do not.
That was for your joke.
Do we
But
have any in the
Noosh-
bag?
Well, here's
Whoa.
the thing. I realized I don't actually have a lot of religious components left afterwards, reviving LJ.
If we do, he has it all. Bongo has it all.
I'm pretty sure
I have
not them.
some incense, but not a lot.
I need, well, for what I'm planning to do, I need 250 gold.
I do not have that much. I don't
Here's-
have beer that much.
I have the ivory strips already, but I don't have the incense.
Oh, I see.
What are you trying to do? Legend lore?
Yeah,
You can use
I
religious.
don't have religious components
Ah.
or anything at all. That's what
Gotcha.
I'm mainly talking about. It's just kind of like because
I
I
got
only have
weed. I don't know if that counts.
You got weed? No,
a lot
that-
of amount of religious incense.
No, it
It's
doesn't.
religious to some people.
It's surprising. I thought this group had a bunch of components, maybe just not religious ones.
Do we have?
Oh, we had a lot. We
had.
had a lot. I've used a lot.
Oh yeah, fair enough with the resurrections and everything, with the raised deads or
And
Yeah.
we still
Revivify.
do have a lot. It's not a lot of religious. We've got a lot of nature and arcana.
yeah.
I can.
Arcane.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it is the morning. Everyone's feeling refreshed. Even in this old temple, the resting was nothing seemed to disturb you, so you're all refreshed and ready to go. No one came during the night, which is kind of weird because I believe you told the people who left that you were coming behind them, didn't you?
I don't think.
I don't think
that
we were
we
very
may-
specific.
Oh,
We
okay.
may have, but kind of vaguely, like
Yeah, we
didn't
were
tell
still
timing
kinda-
or anything like that.
Yeah, we were still kind of debating what to do when they decided they were going.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
definitely didn't want to stick around. All right. Well, in any case, so no one came during the night.
So I won't cook bacon and eggs for everybody.
Thank you.
Peter, when
Cook
you're
some
exhausted,
food
you
in the
come
morning.
out, you only have one.
Oh, and quartermaster makes sure you spend food for everyone. 6 of you.
Also, did we use song or Doodles? Did you use song last when we took a short rest?
I mean, you hit a
Yeah.
long rest now, so it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter, yeah.
Yeah, 1 second.
Sir, are we still disguised?
No.
We have to
Well,
recap.
actually, is that 24 hours?
It was like 16 or something.
Do you remember when you
Yeah,
cast that, Kudo?
I think Kudo's been doubling it with
I doubled it. It was
Uh,
16.
Yeah,
Okay.
it says here that it finishes at the 9:10
9:10
a.m.
10
17th.
Oh, so it's almost over, but you are still technically seaminged.
So
Do we want to then just re-up it or wait until it wears off and then re-up it?
Doesn't matter.
How-
Do you guys want
Uh,
to look the same as before? The archers.
Well, I think
monks,
if we
and-
rock up different, it would be a bit suspicious.
Yes, it would.
That's not the
So-
reason. My question. I wonder if our strategy is the same.
For now, it is.
Okay.
Although, if the group that those mercenaries left behind here was never seen again, that might perpetuate the I don't know, the fear of this place and them leaving it alone.
You know what? Maybe we should just let's. I
But
think
it
we
would
need
make it
start
harder
heading
for
there
us
either
to
way.
go back. We'd need an entirely new excuse and identity. Yeah.
Yeah, because we, as the Grey Wanderers, are definitely recognizable on sight by them.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if maybe we should just tell them the truth, because let's face it, these guys are just kind of mercenaries. If they know that there's a thing that it's like, yeah, by the way, there's apparently just like an ancient god that wants to kill everything down here.
You mean
Does
the truth
anyone
about
really
this
want to
temple?
fuck that?
When you first said that, I thought you meant about our identities. I was like, wait, where? What?
Fuck that! I ain't gonna die.
Look, wouldn't have been the first thing Anvir spilled.
Oh, shots fired.
Excuse me, Mr. Can't keep my own mind to myself.
Shots fired. Pew pew.
At least I do it of my own will.
So we have the option to go back, seemed or not, right?
I think that we
Is that what we're
should.
discussing?
No, I think we. I don't think it's
I
an
don't,
option.
I don't
We
know.
need to
Yeah,
be
I don't know if
decided.
that's an option. If you just come in
We
as the
have
Grey
to. Yeah, that's
Wanderers, they'll probably just attack you.
I think the question was whether or not we were using the same disguises or not, and I
Yeah.
think we
Yeah.
probably should
I
use the
agree.
same.
Yeah,
disguise.
cool. So
So I think that we definitely want to cast seeming, but my question was, do we want to look exactly as before, or do we,
And
I
we
don't
just
know,
said
look-
yes,
know,
because it would be suspicious if
Yes.
a whole new group of people just showed up.
But
Just
Yeah,
allow me to
people
finish.
said
Oh,
yes.
let's
allow
let-
me to
let's let him
finish.
talk.
Hang on. Let
Talk.
him finish his point, please. You guys like talk over him every 5 minutes. Go ahead.
Yeah. Or do you guys want to look like the guys that we were just with?
Well, they should have arrived before us, so that would be very
What-
problematic for us to show up when they've already arrived back.
Also, wasn't there only like 4 of them?
Yes.
Okay.
I think. Well, if we took on new identities, we would need to like reestablish ourselves again, unless we have somehow disposed of some people and then we take on their identities. But at this point, in order for us to continue our mission, we should take back up the disguises we started yesterday. Is my vote.
As you were talking, Poodle casts a spell, and all of you guys, both monks, archers, and thieves.
All right. So you go back to your previous identities. Well, actually, I think the spell is still going, so that just ups it for another 16 hours.
Or
Or did you
16 again?
did you do 8 or 16?
16.
All right. So yeah, go ahead and mark the
Doodle
new
said
time.
something in chat.
Let me say.
I mean, yeah, it's 1 point. It's not like
Get rid
I think-
of the evils.
Yeah. I mean, Doodles does have a point there. We could go on and kill the evils, as he put it.
Okay. LJ, I want you to look me dead in the eyes and tell me you think we, after this fight we just did, and how poorly it just went, that we can go kill something that a creature just told us might be comparable to, like, godly.
Might be.
Cool. So I think we originally came to the space to get Scarlet out, right?
That is
Yeah.
the overall plan.
That-
Yeah.
Should
Yeah.
we go do that now? Is that the plan to do that now since we look like?
Plan was to do that, but that we thought that this place might potentially connect to where those
Cool.
prisoners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that, and we
Do
were
that.
also. I think we were also curious about the treasures that this place might hold, but learning what we have learned, and that it may not aid us in our original quest for Scarlet. My vote is to return and proceed with our other plan.
Cool.
So we want to.
Do you want to try to find the back entrance that we were looking for, or
Eldwin?
If we have a lead on a back entrance, sure. I don't remember. Go ahead, Adwin.
So we want to, I'm just making sure that we want to head back to their base. Maybe see if we can find a back entrance. Though honestly, we probably don't even need to if we're disguised. And then
No, people still aren't allowed too close to the door. We've been told that a few times.
oh right. And then at the same time, do we want to try and convince them not to come back here, so they don't accidentally unleash a primordial being?
That's kind of why I was like, maybe we just tell them the truth, because like honestly, how many people are like, oh, a creature that has been warned that if it is ever released, this entire world might end. Who wants to poke that bear except for people who literally want the world to end? These are a bunch of mercenaries. They do not want that.
So, Eldwin, what were you saying?
Oh, I was I was done with what I said.
Cool. And what was your thought? We should go back, convince them not to come back here.
Yeah.
And probably keep the idol with us, since it doesn't
Cool.
seem too terribly important, and we definitely don't want them to have it.
Counterplan. We tell them nothing, we take Scarlet, and as we're disappearing in a submarine, I pull out the scroll of Earthquake that I've had for months now.
You know what?
Sure. Let's go with that one. That sounds more fun than killing a god.
Well, you would have to actually get Scarlet first.
Yes, I'm talking about this being the final step of blood.
Cool.
Yeah.
So let's go back and let's start this conversation.
Alright, so the group is retreating from the temple.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of why I thought we were going back, because I originally
do
thought
it.
the plan was we were going to rest and try and look around at the same time.
Right. So you, oh, whoops. You head back out, climbing up into the vent area, the old vent. Moving through the mines.
Sure.
I would need a survival check from up to 2 of you, just to make sure you don't get lost here.
Cool.
This arrow?
Ally.
It's not a
Please.
difficult check. Alright, yeah, so you have no problem navigating the mines. After
Get out.
maybe like half an hour or so, you would pop back into the mine area where you first came from. Here, do we have tokens down for you guys here?
I think you took them all.
Yeah, I just that's what I was hoping. I deleted them. So I'll just pull you back on in here. Copy paste from your party order. This map continues to be very laggy. I'm not sure why Roll20 doesn't like it. I've gotten pretty good at making maps that don't lag, but this one just does. It is pretty big. That's probably why. But you come out over here.
Probably should have disguised as the guards that were guarding the north. But that's alright.
Oh, too late now.
Yep.
Yeah. So you you come back in here. And yeah, things seem normal. You don't see you don't hear any crazy stuff going on. You just like hear the usual sounds you hear from this place. What do you want to do?
I cannot see anything.
Either.
I guess someone would have a light. Who usually has the light?
Like 3 of us. I
Like,
usually
yeah.
have. Yeah.
And
Doodles
Andre
definitely
has
does.
Andre has it on LJ too many times to count.
All right. I put the light on the 3 of you that mentioned it. Yeah, just mark yourselves when you get a chance. So the area is lit up by your light. You'd probably see some more lights coming from further in. What do you want to do, or where do you want to go?
Do we want to just start collecting the statue things again? Look like we're being.
Yeah, that sounds a good plan.
I think we should go talk. You know, those other people have probably already talked. We're clearly skilled warriors, and we came back to talk, right? And tell people to not go in.
Well, we
Agreed.
can grab these two on the way.
Cool. Then you can grab those two. Too weak to lift a rock. That's
Yeah.
next part, by the way.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
All right, so
Two.
Leo Jr., you're going off to move the statues while the rest of you go speak to some of the command people.
I think they're talking to, what's the name?
Oh,
The one
let's wait for
brought from
Leo
the
Jr.
outskirts.
to be done moving, and we all go as one party.
This won't take long. 1, 2.
That's what she said.
out of
I'm
four.
not eager to complete the task of delivering these artifacts to that butcher who is dismantling them.
Yeah, honestly,
Others
I don't.
are doing it.
My only thing was it just makes us look like we're actually trying to do crap around here
Right,
instead
that's
of.
why we've been doing it, but doing it inefficiently. We don't need to make sure we complete the job and deliver every last one.
True.
Yeah,
At least that's what we talked about.
Well,
there's
I think-
probably some more out there.
so LJ already disappeared down the hallway with one of these statues. And which lady are you going to go talk to? The rest of you, I assume.
Wasn't the main chick in the
Zipper.
yeah, what was her name?
That was, I think that was Aoife.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. So here, I'll just actually we don't need all your tokens. I'll just since you've been through these halls, unless you want to separate, I'll just say you go back to the mercenary area. Use the party token here.
We'll probably catch up at the same place.
As you come in, Aoife would say, "Aha, welcome back. I heard about what happened in the tunnels in your discovery. Well done. I've been told you're quite the capable mercenaries."
That we are. You don't think they'd send a bunch of punks out this way, do you?
And she laughs and says, "Oh, I definitely think they would. The quality of the people I've been getting here has definitely been lacking. But I was actually about to send some more of my mercenaries down. I was told there was quite a bit of old artwork and other artifacts that could be probably taken and sold.
I
So-
must say that's a terrible plan. I don't know if it's safe to send anybody else in there, and I understand you have highly skilled mercenaries, but it is quite dangerous.
Give me persuasion or deception from up to 2 of you.
LJ will probably be there. 23,
Okay.
25. go back.
25, 23. So she says, I thought the guardians were disposed of. What's the danger?
You
God.
saw that we didn't come back with the rest, right? We
Well-
wanted to make sure this area, the area was secure. We barely survived the night.
Oh, well, the rest of the mercenaries came back last night and told us about what
We came
happened.
back this morning.
Did something else happen?
Oh, but what those mercenaries told you that they thought was a tough battle, you should have seen the defenses that were beyond that. There's no way that that we don't have the power here in this camp to get past the defenses beyond the first wave that we encountered.
Indeed. I believe that a heavy curse lays over that place.
Aye.
I would not recommend venturing further and risking any more.
All right.
We barely made it out ourselves.
Give me deception checks from the two of you.
Have fun.
Okay.
I shouldn't
So
be
she-
at disadvantage. I don't know why I rolled this. Oh,
Yeah.
because it was Cliff. That's why.
That would be
rolled
why, yeah.
disadvantage.
So he says, are you sure? I mean, we do have some skilled mercenaries. What are these defenses you speak of? Did you not destroy them, or were you driven out? I mean, you've been gone all night.
I believe it's there are defenses that we have not seen, but the initial was so strong, and as I said, we believe that there is a heavy curse that lies upon that place.
Yes.
Well, one of them was fast, I can tell you that. They attacked us in the middle of the night.
She
Few
says,
places as terribly cursed as an abandoned religious area.
do you know more about this curse? Perhaps I may know a way to counter it. What does it do?
I
Hmm.
know.
No nuts.
We left. We didn't bother taking anything out of it. We had initially thought taking some of the artifacts out of it, but the curse, the threat of death, and the threat of yeah.
She says,
All I
well,
can say is, we spent the night there. I could feel a heaviness come over me.
she says like some sort of magical effect.
Whatever
Far
it
stronger
was,
than magic.
I'm pretty sure if we stayed another day, we wouldn't be talking to you. We
It
would
was-
be dead.
It was powerful enough that it managed to penetrate a thing that magic shouldn't be able to penetrate.
I see. Strange. Well, I guess what exactly so you said you felt some kind of energy, but what makes you think it was a curse? Or what do you think that you said do you know what this curse does? Any idea?
Hmm. Just nightmarish things will enter your mind as you slumber. That is all I can speak to it, and that is all I experience. I am not, while I am a specialist, I am not in these matters.
Give me a
But
deception at advantage.
Well, technically, it is persuasion because technically he was visited at the
Shush.
night.
I don't need your meta. So she says, well, the Naga Yuan-Ti temples often had psychic defenses. So that would make sense. Well, was there anything there you thought valuable or worth the trouble to recover? I might send a scout just to try to get a better idea of what sort of items are there. Like, do you think that would be safe to do?
The riches that
I-
we observed were collected. Your mercenaries brought back the tapestries, did they not?
They did bring back some, but they said there were some more objects in the temple that might be of value.
Those objects might well have been cursed. If you want to send somebody in, do not expect them to come back.
we had warned them from opening any locked doors as well.
All right. Well, I trust your expertise on this, at least for now. That's not the main reason we're here anyway. I might need to do some research before we try to look more into this place if there is truly a curse. Thank you for the work you've done. You've proven to be quite capable as far as mercenaries go.
Our
She
pleasure.
says. Were
Well,
you
we're here.
able... Go ahead.
It's what we're here for. Do you have other things we can do besides move these silly rocks?
She says, well, if you finished with that, at the moment there's just guard duty, though we might need to send a message to. All right, give me a moment to get names. To the Lady Stevison. And of course, going through the tunnels could be dangerous, so I might need a guard detail to watch over the messengers and as well as some of the people carrying the supplies, laborers. But that's not for another day or so.
This professor, does he require assistance? I'd be curious to learn more of how
Right.
he makes use of these.
Professor?
Sorry. Wait, sorry, what was the
She
the
said Lady Stevison.
Biomance. No,
The-
the,
the-
biomance.
yeah, that one.
Oh, that guy.
Doran or whatever his name is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry, I was like a million miles in the other direction. She says, sorry, ask your question again. Well, what were you asking?
You know what? Never mind. I think we're more focused on looking for Scarlet anyway. So, like, yeah, that's fine. I pretend I
Okay.
didn't speak up. Yeah.
Very well. She would say, yeah, but I don't need those defenses of the laborers just yet. So for now, you are free to do as you wish. Just keep an eye on the place. I would say the mine area is where I worry the most, especially after hearing about this temple. If more of the guardians manage to escape and wander the halls, they could end up here. So maybe take turns watching those western passageways. And yeah, that's all I have for you right now. And she would say, let me know
Very
if you
well.
need anything else.
And should we encounter anyone performing other tasks or missions that could use a hand, we may join them? You've given us that leave until you have another task for us.
She nods. She says, you seem to know best how to use your abilities, but if you are going to assist someone else, make sure you let me know so I know what you'll be doing.
Very good.
All right, so yeah, what do you all want to do?
We want to
Small
go.
area?
I want to check out the north part of the mines to see if it connects to where Scarlet is. Like, if you
Please
guys
tell me
zoom
you
out.
did
on
not
the
say
map.
that out loud.
I think that was out of character.
I think I'm speaking out of character, but okay.
Yeah, he's not
if you
LJ
guys-
who blurts things out.
Yeah,
What do you
if
mean?
you,
That's unfair.
Sometimes.
if you
Yeah,
guys zoom out-
I assume
You
we would
guys-
all leave that audience and then discreetly communicate with one another.
All right.
if you guys zoom out of the map, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
If you guys zoom out of the map, you see up here in the mines up to the
Yeah.
northwest. Yeah, I'm saying this out of character, LJ, but if you zoom out, see up here, this is where I think maybe there's potential.
Yeah, which
Oh, yeah.
direction did we travel with the folks yesterday to reach that temple? Does anyone know?
Yeah, it was this hallway over here.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Oh.
All right.
I
Then
thought it was up.
sure, let's do it. Let's act like we're looking around trying to find good ways to contribute and using the excuse of not currently having a task and basically being given the permission to go find where we can be useful should we be stopped anywhere. Yeah.
So one of the guys as you walk past says, is it true what they said? You guys took on a bunch of stone Naga guardians? I heard they were like 15 feet tall.
Be like one.
Uh,
Only a couple of them.
Couple? No, it sounds pretty intense. Glad you're okay.
It was actually in caves, not tents. This is not a circus, my friend.
He just looks a little confused. Says,
What's a circus?
"Oh, oh, you're messing with me.
It's a joke.
I see what you did there." He kind of laughs and pats you on the back. He says, "You know, you're kind of small to be a mercenary. What was your
Everybody-
identity?
I
Were
think
you
we
a child?"
determined-
No,
Like, I
that-
think we
that-
made him
that's
like a
everyone.
foot taller, didn't he? And like we made Nasera and LJ just a little shorter, so we were a little less extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like
I think
that.
you were a dark gnome or something, right? Or a
Yeah,
deep gnome?
Yeah,
Okay.
deep gnome.
Gotcha. So you guys should be able to move the party token if you want to. I mean, I think for now we should just use the token unless you guys want to separate for some reason.
Oh, totally agree.
Or else it's just going to be a pain moving everyone separately. So you go into this area, which I don't think... I guess you have been in here before. The old hallways.
Move fast. Yep.
Okay,
Exactly.
so you kind of come back to
We're on a
the
mission.
tunnel area, and then back up into the flooded halls. And actually, you would see the guys who were with you yesterday.
I was just about to
over-
ask you these.
Yeah, so they say, "Oh, you're back." I didn't even realize you guys got back. What happened?
We
You
were
don't
just
wanna
more
know.
exhausted than we realized, ended up resting there. That turned out to be a terrible idea.
Oh,
Yeah.
It seems that the guardians we encountered were but a fraction.
oh, yeah. I thought we were gonna go in with some mercenaries to collect some more of the temple stuff.
I
Sounds-
would not
wouldn't
recommend
recommend
it.
Oh, okay.
We tried scouting ahead and finding a safe path for the mercenaries, but there is no such thing.
Yes, we've already talked to Aether about it, and she said she wants to do more research before she sends anyone else in there.
So, like, were you driven out by more of the guardians?
It was more of a kind of yes and no. It was definitely a more ethereal force.
Oh. You
The
says, huh.
defenses that we met were just were barely the first line of defenses that were put upon that area.
Right. I guess up to two of you who are talking, give me deception. You guys are really good at this.
Well, I'm also rolling, and I've got a whopping 2. But
Yeah, I was
How
gonna
did
say
you
I'm
not
not
put a
bad.
judo?
I'm not bad at
but
deception, but I only
walking-
said one thing, and I think y'all are better. So
Yeah, I think it's me,
so-
Kudo, and
222s.
Doodles.
Yeah. He just kind of nods and says, "Oh, well, I'm glad we left when we did, though it seems like you all are fine, so that's good."
actually, well, Nasira and LJ would still look a bit worn out.
Oh, you have exhaustion? Okay.
Yeah,
Well, Jay's
like
still, like,
I mean, they
keeping
saw us go down, so like they would definitely still see remnants of that fight, like kind of lingering on us even after having rested.
Yes, you
Alright.
see LJ toasted by Anvil Sunbeam.
All right. Well,
He's got a gang just on one side.
they just kind of nod and say, well, we'll check in with Aoife later. I guess she'll change our orders then." And then they just kind of go back to what they were doing, like basically waiting there and playing cards.
So they're hanging out here. They're like posted here.
Seems like it. I mean, they were here yesterday too. This might be their guard duty area.
Okay. Problematic.
You
I'm
guys want
thinking,
a break? We can cover for you if you want to go grab some food. Show them the mess hall.
The monk looks up and she says, "Well, we kind of are on break. I mean, nothing's happening here."
Ah, yes.
She kind of just gestures to the water. She says, "We've been watching this water for like a week. Nothing's coming out of it."
Water
Hey.
fun.
You haven't tried to I don't know, swim that way.
Sorry, what'd you say?
You've just been watching it and haven't tried to check out what's beyond it.
No, we're not. I mean, we don't think swimming through it would be very smart. I mean, those tunnels look flooded, so we can only get so far anyway.
Quick
Is this
question.
a cave-in?
Is-
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you can swim past that point. It's like a partial cave-in, but you can get
Okay.
past it.
I was just going to ask a quick question of, is this an actual, like, visible body we can see?
No, ignore
Oh, is
that.
there a body?
Okay.
Maybe-
That's why I wanted to
Maybe,
ask.
all right, so maybe you see like an old skeleton down there or something.
That's what I wanted to ask. I was just checking if it's just, like, a decoration thing, or if there's, like, legit just, like, a dead body there.
Yeah, maybe, good eye. You notice an old skeleton in the water.
Oh,
Well,
nice.
if
I
anyone
didn't see
does,
that.
it would be Anvir.
It's like, where's Waldo up in here?
Oh yeah.
I've done that a few times on a map where I've just pointed something out and you're like, how did you even notice that?
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, you might see an old skeleton in the water, but it doesn't look like it's of any consequence.
See, this is why we gave Anvir the shield.
I mean, you do have a 24 perception, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do we have a means to cross this water more easily than swimming?
Not really.
What
No.
about
Okay.
one of Doodle's contraptions?
And what we did before.
Yeah, but we'd have to get them out of the room.
I have
Yeah.
a bit of a plan if we can maybe.
Is
get
this
closer to the
in
skeleton.
head discussion, or are you guys just
I'm
talking?
just-
I don't think we're in
Yeah.
head right now.
Yeah,
So,
I think I'm
like,
just trying to discuss how.
Again, I think we should move somewhere else if we're trying to discuss things,
So
or push these guys elsewhere.
Okay, first, we offered to take their watch. Did they accept or did they say nah?
no, they said like we're fine.
Okay.
We're just supposed to stay here, so there's not much
So
going
maybe
on.
we should move away and chat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we want to head to like where the beds and stuff were,
Sure.
which I
No,
think was like
the south
up
is
here-ish
fine.
somewhere.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
south
that
is more
sounds good.
deserted, but yeah.
Now,
Well-
the mines are nice.
There are reasons Onvir is pointing towards that direction.
Which way is he pointing?
He's saying maybe we should go closer to the rest area to the north. Never eat sea west.
Oh, okay.
Shut up. Yes, I do that every time I try and figure out northeast, west, south.
All right.
No,
So
it works.
as you come into this area, you would actually see the constructs have been repaired and are kind of back in their original positions. You see a couple of people in the room as well who just sort of nod to you. The monk says, "Hey, you guys are back. Yeah, sorry again about the the blasts of fire yesterday."
I mean, from
pat.
what you guys. Oops.
Sorry.
I was just gonna say, from what you guys told us, we weren't the first anyway, so it's all good.
Says, "Yeah, you guys actually did a lot better. One of the groups we lost a guy. That wasn't good." You
I
think
pat the soldier's head like he's a dog.
which soldier?
Bolter.
The bolter's head.
Yeah.
The bolter does not react. It just sits stoically staring around the room. This guy gives you a dirty look, Nasira. Still seems kind of annoyed.
I do like a fake like quick movement, like I'm gonna like punch him, and then I like
Oh, all right.
laugh and pat him on the back.
He yeah, he flinches. He's like, "Oh, you son of a bitch. You better watch it, buddy." So you head north into the rest area, which doesn't seem to have anyone in it right now. There's just
Oh,
a bunch
good.
of beds here.
If no one's in here, I'll start casting
Blessing?
telepathic bond.
No. That one.
Okay, so you set up your ritual stuff on the ground and begin to do your telepathic bond. So let's see, do 10 minutes pass? Yeah, so 10 minutes go by and you have your bond. You guys are now connected.
Okay, I have a slight scouting plan.
I go listen at this door while Anvir talks to us about his plan.
All right.
Well-
So with an active perception check. You do think there's someone on the other side of the door.
Okay.
You would guess with your passive perception, it's someone armored and possibly. Oh, I'm getting some echoes by someone. I think it's Nasira.
It's the co-DM.
I think you're echoing me a little.
Oh, I am?
wanted to
Yeah.
Try to cast detect magic.
Okay. As a ritual as well.
Yes, sir.
Right. So another 10 minutes. Yeah, and you would have detect magic going.
What time was it when the bond started?
Oh, good point. I didn't update the time. So it was 9:30 when the bond was cast. It's now 9:50.
Like, well, we literally just cast it as we entered this room.
Yeah.
So we've been here 20 minutes already?
Well, there was 10 minutes for him to. So I guess his was at 9:40, and then another 10 minutes for the detect magic. So yeah, it would be 9:50 now. But yeah, so you have your detect magic going, Doodles. Was there something you wanted to do with that?
See if we're being listened in on.
You don't see any scrying, like what are those called? Like sensors. Although those are usually invisible. Detect magic wouldn't reveal them.
I would comment out loud about the quality of the lunch in the mess hall today while saying mentally that we should probably just continue to use the bond just in case.
That's why I didn't start talking until Bond was even up. But what I was going to say is I do have the spell Mislead, so I could just look like I'm still sat here while I'm actually walking off somewhere else.
Cool.
So
don't
what are we talking about?
Potentially. Well, I was suggesting a way I could try and find where the door to Scarlet is. Because we haven't really even figured out where that is.
So you go, and the rest of us stay behind to make sure your Miss Weed stays Miss Weed.
Yeah, I mean, if someone else can go invisible... Well, actually, no, that defeats the point of why I was doing the Mislead. But yeah, the only reason I'm saying that is because of the Mislead, but there are other options we could do as well. I'm just pointing that out there.
Do you want to do it or not?
I mean, I
Anvir,
will, yeah.
Anvir,
Yes?
have a listen at the store and see if you can detect any more details beyond what I did. I think there might be only one. Do you think that's accurate?
Hold on, he just uses his both hands to frame his one ear. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, he'll go have a listen.
Because if there is only one, then perhaps we could
Doesn't this door
do him.
lead like straight to where those guard guys are we were literally just talking to?
It does.
They were south.
Yeah, this is above there. But yeah, with your passive perception, you would agree with Nasir's assessment that you think there's only one guy in there. Doodle starts playing a little melody.
He's masking the sounds we're about to make.
Yeah.
Yeah, prison break.
But yeah, so what do you guys think?
Well, I think you're Miss Weed, which I think you cast.
I
when
cast it
I
on you
was-
when you were trying to kill me, yeah.
Yeah. So I know how well that works. So yeah, that's a good plan. Not bad.
Well, my concern is that I don't think that Anvir should go far from us. I mean, it could potentially scout some short way ahead, but if we're not supposed to be there at all, well, okay, I think the Mislead is more valuable to send in your double.
I need to clarify something. When Mislead is out, I am invisible.
Right.
I
As
go
long as
invisible and I
there is
leave.
not- As long as there's not any magic that sees through your invisibility.
Yes, that's why I'm just putting it up as an option. I'm not saying, yeah, this is totally the 100% the thing we should do, but like, yeah, like I'll just put it in
Yeah,
the chat.
I think it's valuable, but I just don't know that we want you to go too far away from us in case you encounter any danger. Did someone just try to open that door? I saw the little lock appear.
Yes. So when you try to open the door, it is locked. And a voice on the other side of the door would say, "Someone over there?"
Sorry, just roughhousing.
Oh, well, this area is off limits. That door is not to be used.
When we were first shown into this dormitory, we were told that at least one door was off limits. Was it that one, or is this one off limits as well?
Are you asking him?
No, I'm asking out of character, out loud, what we were told. Because when we first came to this dormitory, we were given instructions, and I, as a player, have forgotten them.
So they told you that the northwest wing was off limits.
The northwest wing. Okay, all right. So they didn't say anything about the doors here specifically. Okay, all right.
No.
Udo says, the river, mentally I say, telepathically I say, so we do not wish to traverse the river then.
I'm
I
down.
kind of want to.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to move those folks.
Yeah.
We might need like a note or a message from up above.
Unless we think we could take
Do
them
we
out
have a crisis
very
somewhere
quickly and
else
stuff.
we do we have a crisis somewhere we could push them to? Or we can fabricate? I can't imagine we would need more than a minute or so.
This would be a bad idea, but I could drop my disguise and go attack the.
No,
Yes, that's a bad idea.
Yeah. Cause a distraction that way by attacking them and
And then-
forcing them away.
Why
And
don't
then-
we just try to convince them to walk away? That would be
Try
up there.
that. You try that.
We didn't try
work.
hard.
Then go do that then.
My only problem is I feel like that would seem kind of suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Aoife wants to talk with them. Right? It's that simple.
Well, yeah,
Um,
until they like
they walk over there and they come back and we're gone. That's yeah.
Yeah, in this area, you're definitely echoing a bunch of people.
I don't know why it just decides to do this some days and not other days when I change nothing about my settings nor my desk setup.
Unless, wait, you guys are hearing that too, right? It's not just me.
Yeah, I was hearing doodles. Pretty sure
Yeah.
because they were the only two that were green at the time.
I even put like a bunch of stuff, like I put some books between my microphone and my computer speaker after you first told me I was echoing, just to see if it helped, but apparently not. But other days you don't say a word, and again, nothing on my desk changes, so I'm not sure.
I mean, the Discord stuff is like always changing, so I don't know. It's weird.
It's also not like everybody. Like the only two people I've really noticed it on are Lou and Matt.
Yeah, I'll just let you know. But so you want to
The
go?
solution is I need to put my headset on. It's just it hurts my ears after a half hour or so. So
Yeah, you gotta get a. Well, at least I can recommend you the one I use. It's nice and padded. It's pretty cheap too. But do you want to go talk to those people? Is that the plan?
That's not a bad idea, but my question to the party is telepathically, since do we have to preface it every time telepathically?
It's safe to assume.
Now that you have the, because I just wasn't sure if you had raries up, which I don't think you did. So yeah, you could just assume you're in your minds now.
I would ask, what if we just told them that we have been tasked to check out the river? I mean, then
Sounds
we don't
good.
even
Yeah,
have to lie to them.
that makes sense. Let's do that.
Aoife did say we were free to do whatever we want as long as we check with them. We could always ask if they minded if we checked out the river just because we were
Let's skip
curious.
the Aoife part and just go straight to them. And
Agreed. We don't
Cool.
want to let her know.
it's we don't want to waste her time.
All right.
yeah. Also, if we ask her for permission to go someplace that is kind of towards the place we've been told is off limits, even if she doesn't suspect our intent, she might be like, no, don't go there. And then it's worse if we get caught doing it.
All right, so and I'll just control the token. You make your way south through the door over to the mercenaries. We'll kind of
I love
give you the nod
love
as
how-
you walk in.
I love how we could have just gone that way to start with instead of going all the way around like we did.
Oh, so what are you gonna say?
Did they say anything to us?
No, they just nod as you walk in. They're still
Cool.
doing what they're
Then,
doing.
Let's walk over to the water.
One of the
Walk over the water.
I'll say the rogue guys like, hey, we're doing some cards. You guys want? Oh, what are you doing over there? As you walk towards the water.
We wish to inspect this this river.
When I
Make
was
sure
talking,
it's safe.
Yeah,
We could get rid of your wash position if we know this area is safe.
Well, the river I think was partially explored by the wizards. They were using some kind of magic to scry through the water. But yeah, I mean, if Aoife told you to look further, couldn't hurt. Says, how are you going to get through the water though? It's all flooded.
Oh, you saw. We have ways to solve
We're
problems.
pretty resourceful.
how many
Oh.
of those do we still have a bunch of those potions?
Now they
Yeah.
seem interested. They're like, oh, I'm curious to see what you're gonna do. You got magic or something?
As I walk by the players, can I just pluck a card out of the hand of the player whose turn it is and play his trick for him, or his turn for him?
Give me a sleight of. Are you trying to hide this, or are you just
No.
being a jerk?
No, I'm not being a jerk. I'm
Give
just
me your
like
card.
I see his hand, and I'm like, this is the right move, and I play it for him.
All right. He's playing Magic the Gathering. He's got a bunch of counter spells. It's like, use the counter spell. He's like, you son of a bitch.
Plays a card. That's a key combo piece.
Sure. So he's like, hey, what do you? Yeah, Force of Will. Discard your hand, or just what is it? 2
You're
cards.
welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Black Lotus.
Do you have gaming proficiency?
Oh shit, no.
You just making up a move? All right. So give
No, I
me.
was assuming that she at least knows the game. That doesn't mean she's good at it.
I guess give me an intelligence check.
Oof. I keep doing these intelligence checks. Not good.
They're like, I just played a mountain. He's like, they're all just kind of looking at you like, what are you doing?
Oh, was that not the right move? It just looked like such a good move.
He says, you can't check and mate. He kind of stared at you. He's like, what game? I don't even know what game you're playing. This is for
Hold on a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
this is for
It
a
was that bad. A 6 was that bad.
It's like Uno. He's like, they're all just
Alright.
completely confused now. As there's awkwardness. You standing there.
Did I at least distract them from what they were asking the others?
Oh, are you trying to distract? Give me
Not necessarily. I was gonna do it anyway, but maybe it aids a
give
little
me,
bit.
give me a deception, I guess.
I guess I would try to make
That's
the.
It's a roundabout
submarine-
distraction. All right, so while they were doing like what is she doing? Doodles, you use your ability to create. Go ahead and link it. You activated my trap card. We're playing Uno. What are you talking about?
I was gonna ask, don't we still have all of those potions of water breathing?
You
We do.
But I mean, if you
But I
can,
think we should.
yeah, if you can make a little submarine. All right, so I guess Doodles. Do you need a bunch of wood to do this, or you just create it?
Creates.
Creates it.
Alright.
Oh wait, no,
Create
that's
and
animating. That's animating. He needs a thing to do that. I was thinking of creation.
Then I would use the performance of creation to create a submarine, and then the animating performance to animate it.
Okay. What's your bard level? It's like 11, so it's a good amount.
12.
Okay, so this is a long rest ability. Got it. I just don't see a lot of creation bards, so I just want to make sure I know what you're doing exactly. All right, so you kind of, while Nasira is confusing and being awkward over there, you do a little, I don't know, what does this look like again? Like, do you do a little song, or you just kind of chant, or like, how are you creating
Yeah,
this
I
stuff?
start seeing like a bell from Beauty and the Beast, and things come together to create a barrel, a watertight, airtight barrel.
All right, so you create this large barrel, and
And
then
I
you.
sing some more and animate it to make it living.
All right, so the barrel is now kind of bouncing around. The people look over and say, "Oh, what's that?" Now that they see this barrel moving around.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, well, rude. That's like rude. All right, so what are you doing? Oh, I should
go.
say the archer says we were told not to explore the north passageway. He points over to this like little flooded area going north. I think I think it might lead under the what's it called, the worship area there. They're examining. You know, they have that girl there. And the guy's like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, Aoife doesn't trust you to survive the creatures and defenses that are beyond there, eh?
Says no. I think it just goes underneath the area where they're doing their little ritual. You know, with that girl they took.
Yeah.
But it sounds like a cover.
He shrugs. He says, "Well, I mean, that's what she said. If you go in there, she might get angry. Kavara
She
might
told us
get."
to make sure that this area was safe and secure, and there was nothing that was going to be able to get through here.
Give me another deception check.
We won't go all the way.
Give me a deception with advantage. I'll just say you two roll. All right, so 21 or 17, 22. He says, well, I mean, if she said that, I guess. I'm just, yeah, that's what she told us, to stay away from that northern tunnel. All right, so what are you doing with the barrel?
I'm gonna hop in it and say,
Yeah, I'm assuming all aboard.
Onward.
Now, did this thing fit all of you? I thought it only fit like 5 of you.
I think, yeah, I think LJ
Yeah, I
like
think we had-
swam around it.
Yeah, LJ was the one swimming. The barrel was following me. And
Yeah. Oh, that's right, because you couldn't see out of it, so he was kind of guiding
But
it.
let us not forget that LJ's speed is halved right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, you that's the only downside of this thing. Like, you kind of need someone to guide it because you can't see out of it.
I can
Thank you, Kudo.
Oh, that's right. Kudo's got the water breathing thing.
Yeah, but to be fair, I was still have speed last time.
But it would be.
All right.
You
yeah.
were half speed when we came in?
Yeah.
All right. So
Because I got half during the Banshee fight.
Oh.
which tunnel are you gonna go down?
I mean, they seem to
Which
be
one
okay
goes
with us
north?
going north, right? So we wanna.
All right, you're gonna go north.
Well, no, maybe let's go west first. Let's go west first. Yeah.
Okay. So you swim into the. Yeah, go ahead, LJ.
Yeah, I can't breathe underwater, and I do not have a water breathing potion.
No, you're going in the barrel, I think. I think Kudo is the one who's leading the barrel this time because he can hold his breath.
Have
He's
fun.
like semi-aquatic.
Yeah.
Have fun.
All right. So
Yeah,
you go
This one isn't as
into
bad as the last one, I think. Or probably won't be.
the barrel.
Amphibious.
Submerges. Goes into the cave area as Kudo swims in, and the animated barrel listens to his commands. Now, out of curiosity, you were just coming in here to see where it goes, basically?
Basically, and then also to submerge further out of their sight to kind of hopefully sneak past them.
Okay.
Was the purpose, yeah.
All right.
How deep is that water?
Yeah, I think we're kind of scouting to see. Well, we're seeing where it goes, but yeah,
it
like
goes.
see if it connects to the part of that we're not allowed to go into that we're pretty sure Scarlet is that direction. You know.
All right. Give me. I guess Kudo would have to make this roll. Give me a survival check to try to navigate under the water here. Luckily, you do have the light spell, so you can still see as you go. Oh, nice roll. So there's a couple of caves in here that are flooded. You spend about an hour looking around, and you find one that actually connects to the area where you came in. Over here.
Well, that's good information to store away.
Yeah.
An escape path. But do I find something that goes north? I'm really trying to go into the rear of this place or something.
Yeah.
Or under it.
So you continue.
If we spend an hour, I have to spend a third level spell slot to reanimate the barrel.
Yeah,
So-
I'll try and make this.
I'll say it's been about a half hour so far. So you have another half hour. Give me another check. Oops. Okay.
Oh,
So you go for another. It's getting close to another half hour. You would find a passage. Kind of leads into this area over here.
ooh.
And the barrel hasn't popped up yet, but you can see those guys over there. Give me a quick stealth check to see if they notice you.
I'm going to use my inspiration on this.
Okay.
Is
Oh
this
yeah, no,
just
you are.
confirmed?
They're not very like they're keeping an eye out, but they seem bored. So yeah, they don't notice you or the barrel. They're just kind of sitting there talking. But it does seem like if you follow this river, it does go into this kind of unknown area.
All right, I'm going to try to make haste with it going that way before this barrel poofs or whatever
Okay.
it does.
I think we have to swim up a waterfall to do it.
That's
Is that a waterfall?
no, it's
That's
kind
very-
of like partially submerged. It's a little, well, hang on. Let me actually check my notes on that. That's not a waterfall, but it is not. It might be a little bit.
Waterfall was an exaggeration. That small decline.
Yeah, so I do need a stealth check for getting past this part again. And I'll give you
Okay.
advantage at this point.
All right.
Because yeah, we're still kind of
He is Turtle Ninja.
turtle ninja. Oh, that worked out. 16.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
So yeah, they don't notice as you kind of come into this area. Go underneath. Which I'm just going to take away your sight because you're under ground. You can still kind of see it,
Layout of the building.
but basically you are moving under the water here. Actually, is there a way I can do this where you don't see? I guess that's working, kind of. Let me see what this
I can
looks
see-
like.
Yeah, I can see like a tiny little square, and now it's gone.
Right. So it looks like it kind of leads into like an area, and you can tell, Kudo, because this is work stone above you, that might be the dungeon area up above. You can't hear anything because it's pretty thick, but the water turns south here, but behind you there is a cave that is not flooded.
All right, let's go there, and then I'll knock on the barrel.
All right, so you pull the barrel, or you tell the barrel to follow you, and up above, about 15 feet or so, you would see what looks like. Actually, wait, what's your passive perception? 15? Yeah, so there might be some sort of trap door up there, but you also hear someone walking around up there.
Okay, I'll wait for the walking to pass, and then I'll give a very, very quiet tap on the barrel to let them know to pop out when
So-
after the guy passed.
You have a
Ye-
mental.
Yeah,
Oh,
you don't think
I'll just-
the walking is passing. In fact, it sounds like there is some chanting up there. Someone might be doing a ritual or possibly some kind of magic, but it doesn't sound like they're leaving. Like a couple of minutes pass and they're still. It sounds more like they're walking around a room, and every now and then you hear some like chanting or something magical involved going on.
I'll message them what's going on, and be like, "What's our next move?"
Is there enough room for all of us to pop up there?
Yeah, and just in case it wasn't apparent, if you followed the river, you think it would come out over here.
Yeah.
Okay, it'll come back out.
Yeah.
Does this little cave have enough room for everybody?
Yeah, so it's like a 20 foot wide by 20 foot deep cave. The ceiling is about 10 feet up. So it's like a small cave, basically.
Yeah.
Or did I
But-
say
but not
15? I
wide.
think it's 10. Yeah.
There is enough space for all of us on Beer, but we must be very quiet. There's somebody above us casting a ritual.
Yeah, and luckily, whoever it is making a good amount of noise themselves with the magics. So you don't, at least, you don't think they'll hear you easily unless you do something that makes a lot of noise.
I think we're all gonna just get out then, unless anybody else objects to that.
Okay.
Nope.
So actually, listening to this ritual for a while, anyone with Arcana can make a check. You might know what's happening.
No thanks. I don't want to.
It sounds like an identify spell.
Interesting.
Oh,
Yeah, someone above you is casting identify as a ritual.
Yeah. It's not gonna work because I have to see him, but part of me just heading counterspell. Yeah.
Did you guys want me to
Transfer through
potentially...
the floor.
I was just thinking, did you guys maybe want me to locate creature?
You can try.
Um,
But
Won't
didn't they
that
have
make
her like on
noise?
some non-detection spell?
Well, no, we were detecting when we came to this cave. I cast that and I couldn't detect it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Wouldn't
If you want to try.
make noise?
Go
I mean,
away.
no more than just me doing the vocal components.
It would be casting a spell, so if they're verbal components, that would make noise.
I just don't. Well, I guess we can hear him, so if I started doing it, it would probably make some noise too.
Be like, is someone
Yes,
casting
We
something?
could have Kudo swim us away a bit, and then
Here's the thing, though. He's full chanting. I just have to do 6 seconds of it.
I mean, you could try.
I
You can...
recommend,
Go ahead. Go ahead, Kudo.
I recommend that we just pass some time. This person might not stay here forever.
Here's my only issue with the time thing: is they were literally talking about research and Scarlet in the same room.
And in the same sentence. So, Elwyn, do you think you can disarm that trapdoor?
Disarm it.
Yeah,
It's
a
a
trapdoor.
trapdoor.
So
Doesn't
it's probably
necessarily
Trapdoor
mean it's
is...
a trap.
Yeah, it's like it's basically a door that opens into like a lower area.
Oh,
You know,
that
like
kind
on
of
a
trapdoor.
like on a stage or something. Yeah, it's a door
That
on
kind
the
of
floor.
trapdoor.
Not like it's gonna blow up or anything. I mean, it
So
might,
should
but
we try
yeah.
to rush in there and stop what's happening? If he can get off his 6 seconds?
I never
Well,
knew identification spell to be harmful.
Well, here's the only issue I have with that one, LJ, is they did say the wizards already scouted out the water. As in
Yeah.
multiple.
Yeah, I mean, you would guess they know about this cave underneath.
Yeah,
but or go ahead.
I mean, if we're gonna bust in there, we would have to make sure that Scarlet's in there. Otherwise, all hell breaks loose. So, Andre, locate creature, maybe. Do you think you'll be able to pull that off fast enough without them finding us?
If I had a really funny thought. What if I just jump in the submarine, you put me down under the water a bit, I cast the spell, and then come back up?
I mean, that could work.
It's not a bad idea.
That could work.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna literally get in the submarine, get it to like lower me
Well,
down.
the only problem is the submarine is about to run out of, juice because it's like basically at the hour mark. Unless you're going to cast it
Yeah.
again, Doodles.
No.
We might need to.
So,
Yeah.
the animate part ends after an hour, but
Oh,
the
I guess that's
barrel
true.
part
You,
stays there.
yeah, you could just
Oh,
like
yeah.
hold the barrel
Replace it.
underwater. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Andre, into the barrel. I'll hold it underwater. You cast it. I'll pull you back up.
All right. So you very carefully slide the barrel back in with Anvir, who will then do a 10-minute cast.
It's only a action.
Oh, you're just using. Okay, it's not a ritual. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's not a ritual.
So casting that, you would know. Does it tell you the
Also,
exact
take it back out.
distance, or just you just know that she's within 1,000 feet in the direction? right?
Yeah. I know, like, yeah, I just know the direction and that she's within 1,000 feet, effectively.
All right. So she is to the west of you, within 1,000 feet.
Up west or just dead west? I don't know if it tells me elevation.
I don't think so. I think you just think she's west of you.
Ooh.
Yeah, which you could probably deduce she's up above. Like, it's unlikely she's down in a cave. Most likely they, like have her up above somewhere in that, because that's why the area is probably off limits.
So, do we just try to bust through it, the trapdoor, and just hell break loose, or?
Well, then that would involve us.
You really want that hell to break loose, don't you?
Yeah, like every
It's
single one of
something.
your options so far, LJ, we have said no to, and it's always started with, so do we just bust open the door?
It's
Yes,
me.
sir.
What you expect?
I have not heard your thoughts on this. I would prefer to do this stealthily. What are your thoughts?
Who was that to? Sorry, I just heard you say I haven't heard your thoughts on this.
Nasira.
Basira, you're muted. Maybe that's why I haven't heard you.
Is she even there?
Wonder if she
Oh,
stepped
she-
away.
Okay.
Nasira fell asleep in the sub.
She may have just stepped away. I know
Sorry,
she-
what's
oh,
up?
yeah.
Oh,
My husband just got home. Sorry.
So LJ wants to bust in. Kudo doesn't want to.
I don't want to.
Anvi
What-
doesn't want to. Yeah. What do you?
What's
want?
on Veer's take on what's beyond? Like how many people,
That's a good question. Can I do it like
based
a
on your
perception
perception?
check to, like, see if there's just like a person chanting, or do I also hear like footsteps and stuff?
So it's hard to say in the whole area, just because like you can't hear very well through all the stone. But above you, well, give me an active perception.
Yeah,
You're trying to
that's
listen.
more what I was meaning, like above. More. Advantage.
So,
You think there's just one person up there?
so I don't know. This is just a suggestion. I'm just thinking out loud here, and I'm literally thinking, not speaking. Eldwin can be extremely fast sometimes. Perhaps we could have him pop up there and start things off while the rest of us clamor up.
As you are thinking, you would hear movement as the door opens and closes, and you think whoever it is has left the room.
Oh, even
Oh,
better.
All that.
The
Perfect
plan,
timing.
the plan came together. Thank you.
You spent so much time talking, like Kudo's plan finally happened.
Yeah.
To be fair, I wasn't actually disagreeing with Kudo's plan. I thought that was probably
Yeah.
going to be the best chance.
so we
I
going
knew
there
it.
now?
I knew if we deliberated enough, that my plan would just
Would happen, yeah.
naturally occur. Right.
Just-
Cool.
We'll give it like just a cool 20 seconds or so, just so you can walk away further. But yeah, I reckon you go up.
All right, so yeah, you listen, and you don't think anyone is moving around up there right now.
We get up, it's just ghosts everywhere.
So there's about a 10-foot drop to the trap door. It looks like how would you know about this? Does anyone have thieves' tools or proficiency with lockpicking?
Old one.
So Eldwin
Doodles.
and Doodles. So you two kind of from the bottom of this thing, you think there is maybe some kind of lock on this trapdoor. You don't think it was initially part of the temple. Maybe the floor was kind of repaired and it was put on. The only problem is it looks like the lock is on the other side. That said, you could probably just take apart the mechanism from this side, although that would make the lock useless, and someone looking closely might notice that.
Sounds good to me. What do
I
you
mean,
think, Eldwin?
it's a trap door in the floor. How often do people look closely unless they have some other reason to pay attention to it? Let's take out those hinges.
I'm having a really out of the box thought. What sides are the hinges for this trapdoor? Are they on the other side or are they on our side?
It opens I don't know, odd or even.
I'm going to go.
It would be really weird for a trapdoor to open down, but just
No,
saying.
not always. Sometimes they do. It would be more of like a danger though if it did, yeah. Were you saying something, Kudo?
I said odds.
Oh,
What did we get?
I was disagreeing.
I'll say it opens upward.
Okay, that's fair. I was like, if
Unless it's a trap door.
So then the
as,
hinge
Leo
pins would
Jr.
be on our side or on the top side?
Outside.
it would be on the top side.
Yeah, it would be on the top side.
Okay.
But
So what
you
was
think
it inside the table?
if you take apart the lock from this side, you can just push it open. Otherwise,
that.
you imagine it's locked.
All I'm going to say is, a lot of us
Do
were
it.
very keen to do the earthquake after this, by the sound of it. With the second I said the word
Eldwin,
earthquake,
I believe in you.
so
I'm gonna
let's.
give
well, that's
Eldwin.
after.
I'm gonna give Eldwin bardic inspiration so that him and I could work together to open this lock.
All right, how are you going to get up to it? It's like a 10-foot drop.
Use our
Get the
barrel.
barrel.
Oh, true.
That or use LJ to work
Sorry,
you up.
what was Kudo saying?
No, just the same thing as Anvir. Barrel is a stepping stool or something like that. Yeah.
Cool.
One of you
Perfect.
use the barrel, the other one is lifted up by LJ.
Okay, so you get the barrel up. Only one of you can work on this though with the barrel. So who's going to do the
I think
check?
that Eldwin would be better.
Yeah.
Better off. And you have a
It was
bardic.
LJ was doodle up
Alright.
and just does that.
Andre, do you want to give me guidance before I try this as well?
Absolutely not. Yeah, of course. I always forget I even have that. If I'm honest.
Alright, so you cast a quick spell, hoping no one hears, but you don't think anyone's above to hear it. Go ahead and give me a lockpick with a d4.
Didn't Doodle say he gave inspo as well?
He did, but
I guess
we'll see
call it
there.
after.
I'll use it just to. Because I don't
Uh,
think I'll.
That would be enough, but
Oh, okay.
yeah. It's I mean it's a simple lock. They weren't like expecting anyone to break through.
I just thought it might have been harder because of the angle. But
So you pick the mechanism, kind of taking it apart with your tools, and as you suspected, you were able to push up, revealing a room.
You know, I just thought I might just should I? I'll just get everyone to gather around quickly, and I might just give everyone the dark vision now. Does everyone agree with that?
So
yeah,
it looks like how long does dark vision take?
It's an action to give everyone
Alright.
the dark vision.
So you're doing that, but yeah, it looks like kind of a lit laboratory area. You would see what appear to be arcane and divine components on a shelf to the east of you. It looks like a magic lab to the north and a potion, kind of like an alchemy lab. Oh wait, sorry, no, that's a looks like a what is that? Like a dresser. or like like dresser drawers, or just it wouldn't be a dresser, but like a thing with drawers on it to the west.
Did you say we saw religious components?
Yeah, well, Eldwin does. He's the only one that technically sees
Ah,
this
true.
right now.
Hey,
To the south there is a door, which is what you assume whoever was in here went through.
Hey, Eldrin, do you mind moving out of the way for a second?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I cast jump on myself from the ring. And I
Okay.
just run, get a 10-foot start, and just jump up in there.
All right, so you jump up,
Oh, you'll jump it.
landing up in the room, and yeah, you're up in the room now.
Do I see anything to barricade the door?
There's a couple of tables in here, like some like crates on the shelf to the east.
I'm gonna cast detect magic.
Did you?
Not mentally.
So are you climbing up into the room as well?
I help Eldrin up if he wants to come up in here.
Is everyone climbing up here at this point?
I think everyone is. I'm trying to make as little noise as possible. I hope.
All right, so
Yeah.
you would hear movement and voices in the hallways. You think you hear more chanting coming from the west of you, over here,
Hmm.
and you would recognize the voice as being Scarlet.
She's chanting.
You think
I'm-
she is chanting, yeah.
Chanting. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Do any of us
I-
understand what it is?
Oh, good point. That'd be kind of obscure. It sounds like some kind of ritual. It's hard to know what she's doing, though.
Can I put the bosses in front of the door to barricade the door that they went out of?
I think we're gonna have to
We're
get
gonna
out
have
of
to
here.
leave that.
That's what it sounds like. Let's go in there.
Yeah, we would stop Elche from barricading the door, especially since that might be a noisy endeavor.
I thought it was to the west and not down by the door.
There's only
So it
one
sounds
door.
like we have the option to either go through the store right now or wait. Do we want to go through the store right now or should we wait?
This chanting makes me feel that I'm not sure if this is a waiting game. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think
How
we
many
have much
do you?
I
time.
How
agree.
many do you hear, Anvir?
Yeah, I mean, you're guessing she's probably been at this for a while. I mean, they've had her down here. So whatever she's doing, well, you don't know for sure, obviously, but yeah, with insight, you don't think you came in just as she's doing some kind of ritual. That'd be very, what's it called, improbable. So whatever she's
Is there
doing, she may
people-
have. Or go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Finish your thought though.
Oh, just that, yeah, whatever she was doing, you would guess she's been at it for a while. Because, yeah, like I said, they've had her down here for a while.
Does she sound
Okay.
like she's bloody exhausted doing this, or is it?
Give me an active perception.
Same as my
So
cousin?
she does sound tired, and some of the words sound familiar to you. You think she might be speaking. What's the Yanti language?
I
Is it
think it's
Yanti?
literally Yuan-Ti, yeah.
Okay, so you think she might be speaking
Parcel
Yanti?
mouth.
Parcel mouth, yeah.
Parcel tongue.
Neck talk. Yeah, you think she's speaking Yanti.
Oh, apparently it's
Uh,
draconic and abyssal are also typically known.
Okay.
I say to Andre,
Nerd.
before we go out there, do you think you can see in the bookcase or that table over there, see if there's like a secret
Alright.
lever?
Actually, that's a good point. There
So
was stuff going on.
real quick, Doodles, do you start casting comprehend language as a ritual or just casting it?
I've kind of cast it before, but I imagine since my barrel is gone, that my comprehend languages is also going to be gone.
Oh yeah, it's been a
'Cause
while
I
since you
it
cast
long
it.
before. Yeah.
Yeah.
So never mind. Yeah. Be opening the door. That's what it sounds like we should do. Yeah, I do agree.
So do I just
Do I
Do
hear
we
people
have
on the other side of that door?
Leroy?
So if you listen at the door, you do think there are people walking around out there.
And do I have any idea on like, is there a minimal number that's popping into my head? Like, yeah, there's at least 2 that I can hear or anything like that.
Yeah, you hear 2 people talking. They don't. Well, it's hard to say like what exactly they sound like, but it sounds kind of more like guards. Maybe you don't hear anyone. Yeah, it sounds like maybe 2 guards talking out there right now.
I tap LJ on the shoulder. Say, I'll believe in you more than your mother did.
I don't know if that's inspirational or hurtful.
He doesn't like his mom. Remember?
True.
I'm well aware. So he's still not. He now has bardic inspiration.
I think he had to step away though.
Cool.
Do we want to take a 10-minute break?
I'm good with that.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do a 10-minute break so people can.
10-minute break, not 10 minutes before the end of the game.
Yeah, exactly. So we don't. Yeah,
Not
we
the
can do.
last chance.
Yeah. All right, I'll do 10 minutes and be back. Yeah, about 7:47 or whatever the time is where you are. It's been so
Watch down the
windy,
door.
windy and rainy here.
Ah,
Is it time to go loud? You guys tired of the deceptions?
It's
we had crazy storms last night and
I heard y'all got
tornado
some snow.
warnings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like my dog actually woke me up. She was shaking so hard.
Oh,
And I was like, "What's wrong, baby?" And I just figured it was a thunderstorm, you know. I was like, "What's wrong, baby?" And I was trying to comfort her. And about 20 minutes after she started shaking violently, all our phones started going off with like tornado warnings. Not watches, warnings. Yeah. So we were like, "Whoa."
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
been super windy here today.
Well,
it's
it
just
also got
hot
like
here.
it got weirdly warm yesterday. And you know, early compared to like the last week or so of weather, like it got weirdly warm yesterday, and then that happened last night, and now it's cold again today. It's so weird.
Well, doing a quick conversion, it's about 100.4 Fahrenheit in Australia at the moment. So I just
Oh,
want to
fantastic. How is your like humidity?
hold on, I'll check what the humidity levels are for today.
it's filled with poisonous
It
snakes
varies
and
a
spiders.
lot. It varies a lot in Australia. It really depends on the rainfall. Like if we
Like,
get,
I
if
feel
it's
like-
really rainy, then oof.
Yeah, like I feel like 80 in Arizona is quite pleasant, but like 70 in Ohio or 70 in the South, 70 in Florida or whatever. Like, but in Ohio, summers can be quite humid too. Like, can be actually quite miserable.
We actually have at the moment, it's very low humidity, which just means it's a very dry heat. We have about
I mean, it's still
right
heat and
now.
it's still dangerous and it's still dehydrating, but like
Oh god, yeah.
but yeah, but like for me, like just comfort wise, like humidity is just the worst.
Well, right now it's about 100. Like I said, it's about 100.4 Fahrenheit according to the calculator I just put 38 Celsius into. But it's only a 34% humidity.
Okay. And now how similar is the humidity and temperatures across Australia? Do you have like a big variance north to south and east to west, or like is it
Well,
little
I will put it this way. I live pretty much middle of New South Wales, and Sydney is near the edge of New South Wales. So it's not very far. Like we're literally in the same state.
Mhm.
And right now they are about 4 degrees hotter than us Celsius, so like 8-ish
Okay.
Fahrenheit or something.
So even warmer than okay.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what it would be. Actually, and their humidity is all the way at 53.
Oh, okay, that's a big jump. Yeah. And
Yeah,
I assume
it's-
that when you say 53, you guys measure the humidity in percentages?
Yes.
Okay. Just I wasn't sure if that differed between like the imperial and metric or not, you know, how that was measured.
Oh yeah, tell your wind speeds, you're like, what the hell's a kilometer?
No, I mean, like, I'm perfectly aware of like what a kilometer is and what a
Oh, yeah.
Celsius is and all that jazz. It's just that because I wish I had been raised with the metric system because obviously it's like far more prominent in the world. But like I just don't, you know, you tell me a temperature, you tell me a distance, and it doesn't mean anything to me until I convert it. You know, that's just how my
Yeah.
brain works. So
Well, that's why I usually
unfortunately.
convert temperatures when I'm talking to them with you guys.
Yeah,
If
I'm
I
pretty
say, yeah,
good.
it's about 40 here, you guys are like, that's freezing.
Yeah, I work for a company that I mean, I have colleagues all over the world and customers all over the world. So I'm talking with people in other time zones constantly. So I'm used to converting time zones very quickly. I'm like pretty good at that. But like, yeah, I'm still lousy at like, you know, doing any kind of temperature or distance measurement conversions. Like I just, yeah.
Yeah, so the difference
I'll be
in
right
temperature
back.
between like just so hold on, I'm just looking how far my town is from Sydney.
In the UK, don't. Oh, you're not
So-
in the UK. You're in Australia.
He's in
Never mind.
Australia,
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, Sydney is only a
Australia,
3-hour drive away.
Imperial. Doesn't Australia have a lot of UK influence, British influence, or no?
Look, I'm just going to tell you this right now. You are the only country in the world that uses that measurement system.
Yes, exactly.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
That is legit a fact. If you look up a
That's
chart of
bullshit.
people that
It's
use
not legit a fact. There's
Yeah,
3
absolutely.
countries in Africa that use it.
Okay. It
Okay,
is
there's
the
some that
only-
have been
Are you
influenced
saying
by
those
us.
countries in Africa don't count?
Okay,
No,
sorry.
I'm
Are
not
You are
they
saying.
the
not real?
only. Let me reiterate then. You are the only full continent where it is in every bloody star. Oh, wait, no, it's not continent.
We are the
Now I can't
people who
remember.
decided. We literally decided. Okay, individuals literally decided that we should be different in every way we possibly can, and they invented new systems just to not like use the systems that were already in place, and and that was, we like I said, we've all been raised with it, so it's really hard to change, you know. But wouldn't it
Okay.
make so much more sense if the entire world like spoke the same language? In that respect, not the same language, but you know, in temperatures.
There you go. So there are 4 places in the world that use mainly the imperial system.
Well, but when
And
you say
one place
four,
that use
like,
mixed.
two of the red blotches are U.S. Alaska is still U.S. So 2 of the biggest red
Okay.
blotches are still U.S.
That's what I thought though. The mix was in the UK because I was like, I swear to God, I thought I saw.
Oh yeah, that
I
makes
think
sense.
that's Ireland.
Oh, Ireland.
No.
Or Scotland?
Ireland's
No.
not that
UK is not part of.
No,
or
that's
Ireland
definitely.
is not part
Look,
of UK.
I barely know where the places are in Australia.
Okay, let's not.
But isn't it
get
funny though?
too
Isn't it
political,
funny that?
X from
Sorry.
Convier, apparently.
Wait, what? I know, like legit. I missed what you said.
I was kidding around. I was saying let's not get geopolitical facts from Onvir. But Nasir, Miri, what were you saying?
Oh no, I was gonna say, like, I mean, isn't it funny that like you've got the Alaska and the U.S. like in red, right? But our neighbors, like Canada and Mexico, like the rest of the Americas, all of South America, like don't
It's just 'cause
use
they
our
don't know what's best for them.
so like we're so we just decide like individuals decided we needed to do our own thing, and I think they probably like back in the day when they invented these systems expected our systems or hoped that our systems would like just take over the world eventually. But yeah, they were trying to just like start their own thing and be different, and yeah, I don't know.
If I
They're
remember
pretty-
correctly, Imperial.
LJ wants to
is
kick down the
the-
door.
No,
Should we kick down the door or should we just open the door? And
but if I remember
Enter.
correctly, Imperial was made in like
The
2
British?
times.
it was made over 2 millennia.
Not millennia.
Millennia.
Yeah, from the time of the Romans I mean, even before then is when the imperial
Thousand.
system started and it evolved. And then
Yeah.
it was made widespread by the British, but that was
Well, to be
it was
fair,
all based in the measurements that the Romans had developed.
To be
And
fair,
the people
the
before them,
US
it was
was
kind of all.
gonna have the metric system if it wasn't for pirates.
That's actually true. Did you guys? I actually heard about that.
See, I thought that the imperial system was like established, like it not that it wasn't used before, but like established, like officially, like the official Weights and Measures Act or whatever. I don't know. Is like I was gonna say like 1800, but I don't know.
It became the first widespread unit of measurement purely because England liked to invade.
England liked to rule the world. Yeah. they
Yeah.
wanted-
Yes, and
So-
we want to dump their tea.
And then over time, people were like, well, why don't we just, make this more logical like we do with every other number? And
yeah.
yeah, to LJ's point, I think I remember hearing a story about this. Like, it's not like the only reason, but one of the things that like added to the fact that you guys didn't change was apparently the documents detailing how to use the system were stolen by pirates while en route.
Along with the some of the tools for like a ton.
Yeah. So like the weights to actually weigh against things, so you could like use as a point of reference. All that crap got stolen on the way.
Or maybe we already just had our system well developed by the time the metric system came about.
No, pirates.
And
So the
didn't wanna
Imperial-
switch over.
I would
mean,
prefer for
imperial
pirates to be
system
part of the
was the-
story.
I do.
I mean, you say that, but like the imperial system was made in England, and even they replaced it.
Right.
So,
But they
Thomas
aren't as big as
Jefferson's-
Mark.
So Thomas Jefferson, Secretary of State in 1794, was eagerly waiting a meeting with French physicist and botanist Joseph Gombrich. The Frenchmen supposed yada yada yada. But basically, they were going to get the metro system. But instead of meeting Jefferson in Philadelphia, Dombey found himself in the Caribbean, where his ship was boarded by British privateers. Upon learning he was a Frenchman and the famous scientist at that, he was captured and taken prisoner.
Does everyone know what the difference between privateers and pirates are?
Very little. The
Privateers
legality of
basically
it.
have papers from their monarch that says that they're allowed to raid and pillage.
That
But of
makes
course,
it legal.
they're of course raiding and pillaging other countries' ships. So of course their monarch gave them permission.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I said very little except for legality.
Yeah, it's basically legality. It's basically what that is.
State-sponsored pirates.
Yeah. All right. Do we
Well,
know what
but
we're
we're-
doing?
Okay, we're back.
Yeah, we probably should have tried to talk about plans instead of just the
We did
metric
try.
imperial system.
Pirates are better.
I figured our best bet is just. We still look like the cults.
I think Doodles is gonna volunteer to open the door and step through first.
I think
do
we
it.
should. I don't think we should
And
burst
I'm
in.
gonna open the door. And start
Yeah.
walking through.
Hi.
All right. Everyone, well, here, I'll put you in the, because now it might matter where people are standing.
Yeah. I would, Nasira would like kind of, I don't know, put her hand on LJ's shoulder and be like, stay close, but close behind. Like,
LJ, you got a party.
don't jump the gun.
Got it.
Oh,
you
Let
said
you
those
do the
were-
talking. Got it.
Just really quickly before the door and stuff. If there's really just components in here and Omvia sees them, can I like just grab them?
Don't put yourselves on the map, please.
Oh, sorry. I
I'm,
thought
I'm putting you down. I don't have people put themselves on the map anymore because then they put themselves like in rooms they're not supposed to be in, like oops, and then like they see all my stuff. So no one gets to do it anymore. You're all-
Well, to be fair, Doodles and I put our tokens in the room where the party token was. So.
yeah. Well, no, you guys are fine. I'm just saying in general.
Oh, but we're
people-
moving to another map. Okay.
No, we're doing this, but I mean in
We
general, when
paid
people
the $6.99 a month, that allows us to put ourselves wherever we want on the map.
there's no, I don't have that service yet.
Yes.
All right, so whoop, you're all in the room. The room should be lit up. Can anyone not see?
Yeah, but Doodles, no, LJ, back up. Doodles should be where you are because he's the one opening the door. Charles charges in
If
immediately.
LJ, if LJ wants to, LJ can.
No,
Yeah,
I don't
I
think.
can't.
No, we all voted that we all voted that LJ should stand back. I think, right? Well, we didn't vote, but like
The
I think.
non-tank stands behind the tank.
The
Mhm.
Stands
person
in
who
front
can.
of the tank.
Here's the other way to look at it. The
So-
very convincing member of our party goes first.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
give
Also,
LJ credit.
also, our
LJ is
tank,
pretty
our tank
convincing.
is feeling
So,
a little sluggish right now.
It's
No,
true.
it's not.
Cool.
Aren't you?
So then,
With your
I'm
sick
gonna
levels of
walk up
exhaustion?
here, and I'm gonna open the
So-
door.
All right,
That's
so
okay.
you open the door, which seems to lead into some kind of hallway. Across from you is another door, and you hear voices coming from over here.
Cool.
But you don't see anything else yet.
I'm gonna
LJ.
step out.
LJ
hey.
taps dude on
Alright,
the shoulder.
so-
Good luck.
As you step into the hallway, you would see two mercenaries kind of over here talking to each other. One of them kind of turns towards you and says, hey, what are you doing here?
And he's a deep gnome, right? The disguise.
Yes.
Issa sent us to check out everywhere. Aoife sent us.
This is-
Do
what
we have
do you
the
mean?
dark vision?
What do you mean, check out everywhere?
Aoife sent us. You guys need a break?
Give me a deception at disadvantage.
By the way, Lou, do we have dark vision on everyone?
Good.
Sure, I'll give you all dark vision. He would say, what do you mean Tifa sent you? That doesn't make any sense. What are you talking about?
Aoife, not Tifa.
Oh, yeah, Aoife. He says, why would she send you over here? And how did you even get in that room? I didn't see you walk past us.
Shows how good of guards you are.
Give me another deception at disadvantage.
If I could stick my head out there, I'd try to help with this, but it looks like Doodle's got it anyways.
Aoife wanted us to check the securities of our base here, and clearly something's going on because you guys. This is the first time you're seeing us.
So at this point, you would hear some kind of magical, again, like a ritual being performed to the south, and you would still hear stuff from the west. He says, well,
However,
how did you get in here? How did you get past us? What happened?
what are your names? I must record this as I pull out a little notebook.
He
Oh,
Commander names.
he would give you his name.
Cool. I'm gonna write it down. I'll be sure to report this to Aoife.
He says, you can
I'm sure
report
she
it.
won't be too disappointed.
He says, report whatever you want. Now, are you going to tell me how you got in here if you're looking at security? Like I said, we
walked
didn't...
right past you.
He says, there's us and then there's people down the hall. You did not walk past us unless you used magic.
Well, magic users here as well. I think we might need to tighten up a little bit. We'll write a full report and make sure you get a copy.
He just seems kind of confused, and he says, well, I don't know what they expect us to do if people are using magic to get past us. We're guards, not wizards. Kind of annoyed now.
Apparently, not very good guards.
All right, moving on.
Yes, let us be on our way. This is noted.
Okay. So yeah, he just kind of stares at you. He says, whoa, where are you going? As you go towards the left room there.
checking security. He literally just said it.
He
We have to
says,
check security of everything.
no one's been in that room. You'll have to take...
And you said the same thing about the room to the north that we walked.
He's like, I'm gonna get Caverna. This is ridiculous. And he starts walking towards the door here. He says, Caverna!
I don't think you will.
Uh-oh.
Go get her.
So what are you doing?
Just go get
might
Caverna.
have not to or something. I
Oh
don't
my
know.
gosh, this is a really narrow hallway.
So you like just standing in front of them, like no, you can't get past.
Yeah.
I could use a very high level spell, but I'm
I stay in the way. Did we pull the trigger?
No,
no.
not yet. Not yet.
Damn it! What did I say the code word was?
Did you give a code word?
I
Yeah,
did at
of
one
course you
point.
did.
It was something stupid. I can't remember what it was.
Sassafras.
What do you need to get Caverna for?
Broccoli.
There's no need. Why don't you guys just go take a break?
Or
We'll cover
Mudgeon.
this area for you. I understand you probably are tired. We're about, what, 3/4 of the way through your shift? Go take a lunch break.
So as you say that, the south door opens, and on the other side, a woman comes walking out. There are actually 3 people in the south room. Looks like a half elf, a woman, like 2 of them are at the table working on something, and this one walks out and she says, "What is all this commotion out here?" You see that she is covered in symbols of conjuration. And she would say, "What's going on? Why is there yelling?" And this guy would say, "There's some kind of security check no one told us about." And she
Then
looks...
it wouldn't be a security check. That was silly.
She kind of looks to the north at the group. She says, "Oh, you're those new recruits who got attacked by the constructs. What is this about? Some sort of security check?"
Yes, and she didn't tell you, otherwise it wouldn't be a good security check.
All right.
Allowed us to walk right without noticing us. It seems entirely unfit for such professionals.
And he says, "That's bullshit. They were using magic. How am I supposed to stop that? We're not equipped to deal with people using magic."
Why are you lying, man? We walked right by you. Come on, it wasn't that hard.
So she kind of crosses her arms. She says, "Well, how did you get past the guards? What did you use?"
We walked right past them. They could see the broadside of a barn and could not see us.
Is anyone else saying anything?
I am saying this stuff. A full report will be written up once we're done with our check. Then you'll receive all the information in order to improve your security around here.
And he says, "Aoife is supposed to be guarding the outer areas. I don't need people, or we don't need people coming in and interfering with the rituals. I told her I didn't want anyone in this area besides the guards she sent me."
Our findings so far found that indeed, actually, you do need a security check.
Beyond these lapses, these old rooms have a lot of defenses that we weren't aware about when we first came to the area. So we're also checking for those sorts of things. And that is, we discovered a lot of them last night in our exploration of the new area.
Give me a deception.
To him?
I guess him or both him and Kudo, whoever's been talking, or like AJ if you want.
That should have been a normal roll.
Shit. Oh, come on, that would have been good.
Alright,
LJ,
well,
aren't you disadvantage?
yeah, you would be at disadvantage
Yeah,
right now.
Fuck.
So she says, "Well, how did you actually get past the guards? You didn't just walk past them. I'm sure they would have seen you. How did you?"
It would be in
I
the
used
full
the simple-
report. Why we would tell you now? It won't be a very good security check. Otherwise, you'll see it in the
was
report.
simple magic. It was nothing spectacular.
What?
But
Invisibility, teleportation? What did you use?
Exactly. Invisibility. And with that, we were able to move all of us past these two individuals without them noticing us.
Leo is pretending to write some notes. He's like, I would recommend perhaps some of those, what do you call those things? The things that were blasting us before.
Oh, the bolters.
Bolters. I recommend at least 2 bolters placed in front and etc. We will write the full reports. I do not wish to release any more findings. Otherwise,
Yes.
you will compromise this test.
She says, all right, well, I guess I'll look forward to seeing how we could improve some of the security. But you can't go any further into this area. She says the ritual room to the west is off limits.
Cool.
Well,
and
can we go through there?
She says the only other rooms are the Southern Laboratory or Southern Alchemy Lab here, and she kind of points to the area behind her where you see 2 figures who are listening to what's going on, but they're in the middle of a ritual, so they don't want to get involved. And she says, if you want, you can check out the south hallway, assuming, again, Aoife gave you permission, see if you can sneak in there. But again, you are not to go into the western cathedral.
Laboratory really quick. Make sure you're following all the SOPs. Do you have your SDS finder with you? I see some hazardous material in there.
She says,
It's an infraction.
there's some rituals going on. You can... She says she kind of looks to the woman in red
are you
who...
wearing proper PPE to be performing these rituals?
Give me a deception check.
Roll
It's
fucking
gonna be an
brutal.
infraction.
She just kind of looks at you strangely. She says, I have no idea what you're speaking of. We're all wizards here. We know how to do rituals.
That's what you say until you lose an eye or an arm. Or, somebody. I've seen it before. We just have to make sure we take all our precautions.
So she looks to Caverna, who kind of puts her hands up, or you assume is Caverna, the one who seems to be in charge. She kind of puts her hands up and says, the ritual will be completed shortly. Then they can look, and then goes back to what she was doing. He says, you'll have to wait a moment.
I'll mentally say to us, I think we need to strike at this point. Do you not think so? I could suggest them all to let us through.
Yes. Yeah, that sounds good. And if you fail, I can do the same. Let's do it.
And if that
Okay.
fails, we attack.
Yep, exactly.
All right,
I
so
don't
go ahead. Nasira, you lean against the door, but you think it is locked. Give me a deception check. I'll say deception or stealth, either or.
Nice.
Would she get advantage by me, Doodles, and
Ooh.
Kudo
Uh,
to trap them?
No, so this guy says, hey, I told you you're not allowed to go in there. And the wizard lady says,
I was just leaning against the wall, man. Sorry. These arguments are boring. I'm sorry. She backs away from the door.
give me a deception.
They're the muscle of the group, not the brains. They need
Okay.
rest often.
So he seems to accept that and just says, yeah, just stay away from the door, okay? And sorry, what did you say? You're going to start casting a spell?
If everybody agrees with me telepathically, I'll start too.
Go ahead.
Are we
All right.
kicking
Make
off?
it subtle. It would be great. Elmaria says in mentally.
So does he? Well, it depends on what he's casting, I guess.
Is it
Are
does it
you
have
trying
verbal
to do
command?
a subtle spell?
I don't have subtle spell on this one.
Okay.
You don't just have it as like a base option.
No.
All right. So when he
You're
starts
okay.
casting that, can I be like, "Oh my God, what is that?" And I'll point towards the end of the hallway.
What the fuck is that?
Well, I need initiative rolls.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if I could, like, I don't know, distract them from the verbal components or I don't know. Whatever. Damn.
No, at this point, if it's not subtle, it'd be obvious he's casting something.
All right.
Where's initiative? What? Where? Why?
Fudge.
Where's initiative? But I cannot.
I don't know. Where's your initiative button?
Onveer's like, I want in, put me in.
It's on your sheet. It's
I'm trying to find the
Don't-
button.
it's like in the
LJ,
middle.
just
Oh, damn, two
Also,
of them go ahead of us.
don't forget you wouldn't have advantage. It would only be a straight roll.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you
I
would,
know.
yeah, because you have
Looks like
disadvantage.
someone-
And actually,
something-
Nasira, you would have disadvantage on initiative.
Alright.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
I'm also going to use Bardic on this.
So my first
You're
one
thinking.
holds.
So 21. Is that 21.12 with the
It's an
Bardic?
ability.
Yeah, is it an ability check? You get to roll. If it's
Twice.
an ability
Twice.
check, you get to roll twice and choose which one you want.
Oh, cool.
I'll link it real quick.
Oh, another D10.
Oh
There you go.
yeah, I'll use that 8.
Well, and don't
Yes.
forget that Leo also has the Onveer's thing, so I think that cancels out his disadvantage on
Yeah.
initiative.
Yeah,
that's why
that-
he's
that's
still
what they.
18.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
sorry.
they said.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm going up to
26. All right,
22.
go ahead and change. So the first act, as you begin chanting,
Oh, wow.
LJ. So you see one of your people start chanting, which immediately everyone's like, "Wait, what are you doing?" Although it seems like everyone is surprised. Their people.
Nice.
I am going to swap me and Kudo with bait and switch, and
So you're gonna
use
put him
Kudo-
in front of an enemy.
Yes, but his AC is going to go through.
Just shove him melee range with an
Oh.
enemy.
Come on.
All
How
right.
do I resist
Are you willing? You do have to be
No.
willing.
Yeah.
So you attempt to do this, but he is unwilling, so that would fail.
Yep. Cool. I just wasted some movement. Whatever. Okay.
Like,
so
nope.
this lady is gearing up to attack us.
No, she's just standing there still. She's like, "What the hell?" Is like he starts casting behind you.
Cool. I move up, saying he's almost ready to attack, and I will bonus action feint.
Faint.
Uh,
Oh, fainting, faint attack.
For a split second, I thought he meant he was literally just gonna pass out on the floor.
Yeah, just like put his hand to his head, like, "Oh no, what is
But yeah,
going
To
on?"
declare.
All right.
uh,
So, faint, you choose a creature 5 feet to have advantage on you.
I
Okay.
gain advantage on my next attack against that creature, and bonus to the damage.
Okay.
So, first hit.
So you just run up to the guy, and he is caught completely off guard. 27 would strike him. Oh, what the?
For 15.
All right, so he takes 13 points of damage. Caught off guard by your attack, or 15. Yeah.
Next attack.
Starting
28.
hostilities. Yeah, 28 would strike as well. Bringing your weapon around, you cut him. Doing another 10.
And oh,
Oh, no, he is going to block that
No.
one
cool. That would
with
be
his
it for me.
shield. All right, so he is surprised. He can't do anything. Down the hall, a guy yells like, "What?" And he is surprised. Onveer.
I'll just step forward a wee bit so I can hopefully attempt to see.
This guy would yell, "Betrayal! It's an ambush!" As she sees, basically, yeah, him run over there.
As long as I don't, I'm just trying to figure out because I can't really see outside the hallway in this doorframe. I can technically see like up and down the hallway, right?
Yeah, you can peek out because you can see
Yeah.
at your corners.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of moving in here so I can actually like see what I would see left to right, but I'm not gonna move forward. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay, so I see 5 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would be my biggest spell to do, but I could target all of them with it.
Do it.
You know what? I am actually going to. So I'm going to cast Hold Person at 6th level on every single one of these enemies.
Oh, dear God.
All right.
Because I can hit 5 people at 6th level.
So you spend a 6th level spell and target the 5 of them. And they get some wisdom saves. So the one AJ hit is affected, becoming paralyzed.
Yeah, the second LJ like started attacking people, I'm like, look, this ain't gonna end diplomatically anymore.
No, it's not.
Second guy fail, so he becomes paralyzed.
I was really hoping these guys wouldn't have amazing wisdom, and it looks like that's kind of turning out a bit.
The wizard, the door.
These are the guys I'm concerned about.
Yeah.
Hang on a sec. I need to check something.
When does it end?
They get to save
They
every
make-
turn, otherwise it's a minute.
Okay. So I can hit them free of charge, basically.
Yes, it's only at the end of their turn they have the potential to break out of it.
God damn it,
Oh.
Doodles.
Okay. So they can't take reactions yet. That's what I was wondering.
Oh, thank God! I now realize what you were trying to figure out.
Counterspell.
I think so.
Alright, so this guy gets a wisdom save.
Oh, it's a twit. It's a
Oh,
auto-
he
Oh, he
resists.
makes-
So the first guy makes it. The wizard behind him.
Yeah, I expected these guys to be more likely.
Does not make it and becomes paralyzed. And the woman in the room who's doing the ritual
Fails.
yeah, she would fail as well, becoming paralyzed.
Wow.
Not bad. 4
Cool.
5.
So-
Not bad.
Canceling out her
Immediately.
ritual. Okay, so Eldwin.
I was just gonna move as all, but I'm literally just kind of like moving as far back into this room as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm all good. You are muted, Elder.
Yep, yes, I was. And remind me about, like your house feels like an tumble for a bonus action. That's acrobatics.
You can use a bonus action to try to either push past her with athletics, or like dodge through her square with acrobatics. It's a contested check.
All right, hold on, I have to read something. All right. And does that take a bonus action, or is it just part of the movement?
That would be your bonus action to do the. Are you doing a tumble or an overrun to get past her?
A tumble.
All right, so that would cost you your bonus action, and you would make an acrobatics.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I want to do? Yeah, I'll try it.
Okay, so
Oh,
10.
It's just 10.
Oh, I think meets
Beats
it, beats it, but remember what it is for.
I think it's the initiator is the one who needs to meet debate.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
All right.
Yeah, 'cause
We'll just say you get past her. I think you. I think you have to meet or beat her roll. So
Like
yeah.
she said,
So
the
you
DC.
use 15. Well, I don't know how many feet did you move already.
I've moved 5.
Okay, so that was another 15 feet to get through because she is difficult terrain still.
Alright. And so this would be 25 because of another diagonal. And I'm gonna start. I guess since it's obvious we're not peaceful at this point. I'm gonna start attacking the southern wizard. With 2 stabs. First one, booming blade.
All right, you stab at the wizard to the south there.
Advantage, right?
Yep.
And auto crit if you hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so 28 would strike with the first one. She is held, doing 16 plus another 2d8s, I believe.
Another
3.
3d8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so another
not great.
7. She takes 23. As you stab her. Still looking pretty
Good.
healthy. 28 will strike a second time.
Oh. Sorry, I forgot to take off booming blade.
So 9, and then another d8. 10 and 12. All right, so she takes another 12. Anything else?
That is my turn.
Wait,
Alright.
why'd you only roll 1 extra d8? No.
The Conjuration Wizard is surprised. Doodles.
To answer your question, Andre, the 3d8 was 2 from booming
Oh, yeah,
blade.
yeah, you wouldn't have booming twice. That's right.
Yeah.
I get it.
What are you gonna do, Doodles? Sounds like guards are coming down the hallway now.
Oh, that's 5 feet. Oh. I think I'm going to try to incapacitate this one.
All right, how?
Well, shoot, no, actually, fuck it. I am going to cast Animate Objects.
All right, go ahead and link it.
The attack of the killer items again.
All right, she is going to attempt to counterspell.
I'll attempt to counter her counter.
All right, what level are you countering at?
Just at the 3rd level, unfortunately.
All right, so she.
I'll pretend like I never heard what you said, but yeah.
So I need a caster check from you.
Oh, she went higher.
She did.
What's the caster check?
It's the DC is 14. She countered at 4th level.
It'd be a charisma check for you.
Yeah, it'd be D20 plus your charisma modifier. You need to beat a 14.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
So that would just make it. So you would indeed counter her. So the two of you use your reactions. Yeah, okay. So your animate spell would go off. What are you animating?
I assume. Oh shoot! There's a bunch of clothes and stuff somewhere around here, right?
I mean, like where?
I would in the 10-foot cube that I put behind these guys,
Okay.
and I will be animating. Oh, that's the wrong spell. the same thing I did last time.
So there's
knives.
So one thing that we did wrong is you can't just take out all your knives in one action. Like that would be a lot of
That'd be 10 knives.
actions. Yeah.
Cool. Are there rocks, pebbles?
So if you're looking for small objects, there's a bunch in the 2 laboratories. Basically, the labs have like beakers and Bunsen's and like, so you could probably draw on those to animate them.
Cool. Then I will do that. So where would my little cloud of animated things?
Well, do you want to animate stuff in the north or south room?
I'll go with the south room.
All right. So a bunch of the tools on the laboratory table there suddenly start moving as you animate them. Go ahead and do a concentration and put them into play. Anything else?
Yes.
Now what you could do is put all of your like forks and knives into a pouch, and like if you're going to do a spell as an
Dump
item
it on.
interaction, just
Yeah.
like throw them on the floor.
The little chef
That
rolls.
is a great idea.
Yeah, but you would have to kind of
And
prep
you can,
that
like,
beforehand.
Scoop a handful of coins out of like a coin purse, right, and throw them.
Yeah, I mean, if you had like your coin purse, another thing, yeah, you could like throw a bag of
On your
gold
belt,
on the
yeah.
ground. And,
Like I felt like you had allowed that with another wizard who like used to cast animate objects. Like she would just like
Yeah.
pull.
you would just kind of have to
coppers out
have,
and, like, throw them. Yeah.
Ooh.
yeah, you just kind of have to have it ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could I make a 10-foot cube of animated objects?
All right, I'm gonna move on to Kudo because your time ran out. But yeah, you
Yeah.
can put that there. I'll go ahead and make that so only you can click on it.
Kudo is going to move out of sight to cast first, just in case.
All right, what
So-
are you casting?
Moving over here, and I will cast. I should have warned you about this spell to summon aberration.
Okay.
So I will bring out Beholderkin.
All right, let me grab a Beholderkin. You just summon one, right?
Yeah, it's
One.
like my summon celestial. It's like the same packet of spells that like summons all those kind of weird things. Kudo.
So is there
Oh yeah, I remember you buying that.
what's this thing called? It's called a Beholderkin?
Yep.
I wonder if there's a specific token I can pull out for this. Aberrant Spirit, maybe that's it.
Aberrant Spirit, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that would work.
Let's see if it exists. Because I think someone else
Sorry, I
did
didn't
the
click
spell.
on that.
Yeah, here we go. Aberrant Spirit. So I just have to do some setup here.
Yeah, it's got its own like stat card.
Yeah.
And I'll give you control of the character sheet so you can edit it depending on what you're doing.
Buddy, this thing's smarter than I am.
So that is Kudo, who has
I
control.
mean, it is supposed to be like a extra planar creature.
Yeah, but you can also summon this as a sludge.
You can.
That is fair.
what are you summoning it as?
Oh, you said the beholder.
Beholderkin,
Stat
right?
cover, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you should be able to edit the sheet now if you want to set up the stats for yourself. But yeah, so
I'll cast it. Yeah. And then, oh, sorry. Were you gonna say something else?
just where are you gonna place it?
Where it is.
Right
And
here.
then
Okay.
It's going to frickin' blast. I think this guy was taking some damage, so I'll continue on him.
It was this one.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, she would have heavy cover though with all
Uh,
the people in the way.
Well,
So
how
you
high
have
is the
advantage though. The ceiling in here is probably about 10 feet or so.
Would it be 10 feet high and get a little less cover?
Sure. I'll say like if you go over and aim down, it'd be like moderate cover, so +3. But you do have advantage on the shot anyway because she's held.
Alright. It's gonna try to hit the same person that
All right.
LJ
Going
was
for
smacking down.
Caverna. Okay.
26 to hit.
That
then-
will strike her.
Okay. And then let's do the damage.
Yeah. So 8 points damage. Is that right?
That's not correct. It should be 1d8 plus 3 plus
4.
4.
Okay. So
we
that would
just,
be 12. All right.
And then
So
it's
it
another
blasts
strike.
her. Yeah. Second attack. Yeah. 25 will strike again.
What's this auto crit somebody said about?
That's only
That's only
melee.
melee.
Yeah, it's not for ranged.
Only melee. Oh, I should have made a freaking slot. All right.
Should have made a
Last
freaking
one.
slod. All right, yeah, but that would still strike her.
Okay.
So she takes another 10 and would now look wounded.
14. Sorry.
Oh yeah, 14. So yeah, she is looking wounded. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Polar Master is surprised. The Evoker Wizard is surprised, but he does get a saving throw. Wisdom save. She will make,
Oh!
pulling himself out of the paralysis. He would say, cheap magic tricks. I'll show you what a real wizard can do. His flames ignite on his hands. Caverna can't speak, but she would also get a save now.
Don't save.
Don't save.
Yeah, I
You will
kind of
not
expected
save.
the wizards
Oh,
were
and I
kind of
forgot
gonna
to give
become-
her this, so I don't think it mattered. I think she rolled poorly on both rolls.
Yeah, I think she rolled real low.
Oh yeah, she
Oh.
she pulls herself out like kind of bloodied from the attacks, and as well like seems really pissed off. That is it for her. She's surprised. Nasira.
All right. So just to clarify, we heard Scarlet's voice when we were before
You
we
can.
came through the
I mean, you could still hear it, especially now close to the door.
but she's not engaged in this combat.
Scarlet? No, you don't think so. I mean,
She's moved on to another room or something. Okay, all right. I just want to make sure. All right, and then if I move here.
Wait, what do you mean she's moved on to another room?
Wait, okay. So we heard Scarlet's voice, but she's not one of these people in this combat, right?
As far as you know, yeah, none of them look like Scarlet.
None
You
of them
think
look-
Scarlet is in the room to the west of you? You can still hear her chanting. In
Oh,
there.
so we still okay. All right, that's what I meant. All right. So if I move here, can I attack this chick, or does she have cover from me
No, you can attack her there.
around the corner? Okay. I just wanted to give my casters options without standing in their way.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Then I will start pummeling this one.
All right, so you attack her. Luckily, she has used her reaction, so probably can't shield. 20.
And oh wait, what? So my disadvantage for one level of exhaustion does not affect attack rolls, right? It's just ability
no,
checks?
it's just ability checks.
right.
So yeah, 25 would strike her.
And then can I shove herself into the utensils?
Yeah,
Or whatever
those
is
are
animated?
small. Those are small creatures. They would have to just not be in
Wait,
her square by
you know
the
what?
end of her turn.
You know what? No, I'm not gonna shove her. I want to stay where I'm at. So I'm gonna leave her where she is and just keep swinging.
Okay, so you punch her for 9 with the first. 26 hits again, punching her for another 9.
All right, and I'm going to use a key point for Flurry of Blood. I
Yeah.
forgot that macro was broken last week and I haven't fixed it. Every time Roll20 changes, you know. But anyway, all right, so
You can just
no,
make 2
and
more
key
attacks.
remaining 4. No, that's not right at all. Okay, the key remaining should be 10. Sorry, I guess that didn't reset on the long rest, so I will fix that. But we're down to 9 now, and I will swing 2 more times.
All right, third punch. Yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
16 will hit, just barely.
nice.
That is, well, actually, no, it's 1 over her AC.
Okay.
So she is punched for another 6. Ugh,
And last one.
help us! Yeah, 20 strikes again. Help us!
And the last one, I will push her 5 feet south.
Alright, that will actually wound her on that last hit.
All right.
And
I'm
she
hoping
is
that like
shoved
staying out of
south.
their way gives my casters like line of sight options. That's my turn.
Alright, Soldier is surprised going into a new round with LJ. Although, we are over, so we might want to stop here at the start of this new round.
Thank you so much for not making me go first next turn.
Yeah, you got a while till you have to go, so you have no excuse now. I want like a 3-page essay on your action next turn. You should be super ready. Alright, give me MVP votes.
It's so hard to plan what you're going to do as
This is-
like a caster.
This is probably a
It's
good,
not
good,
for me though.
much
Well,
better
you're not a
ambushing
caster.
them here versus at the edge of the compound.
Look, my main thought at the moment is like, look, if we're gonna get into combat, at least we're like a door away from Scarlet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that we're hearing her, yes, at least we know she's alive, no matter who knows what's been done to her, but
Plus, we have sort of an escape route.
Oh, so Kudo with 3 votes. You're MVP. You're like you're becoming the
nice.
crowd favorite for the last few
Oh, man,
games.
I
like
appreciate it,
what?
but I
A voice
also-
of
I appreciate
reason
everybody
within
else.
the Grey Wanderers?
You just gotta make sure you're using that inspiration each game, which I think you
Oh,
did
yeah,
this
this
game.
time.
Yeah.
I think it's a sad truth when the turtle that has a brain parasite is the most like reasonable person of the group.
Wait, he has a brain parasite?
How dare
Yeah, he
you?
has, he has,
Yeah, he has
he has like an
He's a
elephant.
tadpole.
Don't you shame him.
I'm not
Oh,
shaming him. I just did not remember that detail.
Yeah, he has an elephant.
Yeah,
Gotta
tadpole.
go
small.
now.
You don't have to remember it.
It's a small brain parasite.
Yeah.
Just
We've
a
all
little
played
trouble.
We've all
He got
played Baldur's
teleported
Gate.
to
It's fine.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Don't rub it in. I don't
Nothing
own
to
a
do.
I don't own anything powerful enough to run it.
Oh.
I got a Mac PC and a PS4.
I'm really,
Oh, yeah.
I'm really surprised I haven't gotten as into Baldur's Gate as everyone else. I've only played through it like 1.5 times, and I feel like I'm done.
Well, you
Uh,
talked
Yeah.
about it a lot while you're playing, though. So to me, that means you got into it, even if it's like I don't
I have a
I don't think there's any,
problem.
like, requisite amount of times you need to play it to be like a fan. You know?
I have a problem replaying games. Like after I finish a game, I just like I have very little like will to go back and like play through it
This
again.
game
I
has
get
so
what you
many variables, though. Like
Yeah, I know.
found
That's why-
myself-
But
Yeah.
like what was it I played? I was playing I mean that's with me with every game. Like, oh, once I finish a game I'll go back and like do all the side stuff. But I never do. Like if I don't do the side stuff before I finish it, like I just lose interest. As soon as I
Well,
finish
like,
a
I
game, I'm like,
literally-
well, that story's done. That's kind of how my brain works.
I just started my 4th playthrough. I just started my first Dark Urge.
Oh, see, like I said,
I
I've only
haven't
done like one.
Even finished the game yet? I've been.
I
playing with
really,
Ian.
really want to play with a group. Like I think it would be fun to play with a group.
Yeah,
I've been playing with Ian, and I'm on a Mac, so our patches are always behind.
Yeah, exactly. I'm on a Mac too,
Wah,
and my
wah.
husband plays on the PS5, so he got patch 6, and I'm like, yeah, no,
Well-
everything's the same for me, and he's over there like patch 6 did this and
So-
patch 6 did that.
I will say, playing with a bunch of people, especially if you play with 4 people, like a full party, is not as great as like you'd think it would be,
Because you
because
missed out on the companion storyline.
yeah, like no one has a personality. You're all just kind of like
yeah.
like you all just are
You're all
blank
really
I can
slates.
see that.
I feel
I
like
can see that. So the first playthrough I did was with a custom tab, and you're like just peripheral. You're like you have
Yeah.
no story of your own. You're
I
just
mean-
running your companion storylines. But like
Yeah.
that's why I wanted to play Dark Urge because they have their own story.
yeah. Even then though, it's like it's not as like well, I don't know. I haven't played through his Dark Urge. I assume it isn't as in depth as all the other NPCs.
Well,
pretty
so
cool.
from everything I've read, there's a lot. There's a lot. Like, even when I wasn't playing Dark Urge, I encountered things that I was pretty sure were related to Dark Urge. And now I am Dark Urge, so I'm sure that I'm going to encounter more. And I literally just started my Dark Urge playthrough yesterday, so I'm like you know, I've barely begun, but yeah, it's like there's actually apparently quite a bit. It's
I guess
from what I've heard.
It'd be funny if like all 4 of you just played Dark Urge. You're all just a bunch of assholes killing everything.
The funny
You
thing
don't
is, like,
have to,
all
that's
of you
part
may
of
as well
it.
be
You're like
speaking a different language
you can
to me,
fight the
guys,
urge,
literally.
you know.
Yeah,
unless
how would
you
that work? Like
roll
if one
badly.
person fights the urge and someone else doesn't? Like, are some of you just jerks, but others
You're
like aren't?
No, I want to kill the bard. No, you kill the bard. No, I'm gonna kill the bard.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm gonna kill you. Let me kill the bard.
I'd be
The
curious
homo
to
party.
exactly.
We're gonna kill each other over
Well,
who kills the bard.
Because if like some people resist the urge and others don't, and like it's like is half the group good and like think the other half is a bunch of weirdos or something?
Well,
Like,
even
how'd that even
players
work?
who decide that they want to resist the urge, the dice decide if you're
Yeah,
successful.
I guess that's true. You know, it might be fun if you had 4 people and you each played as one of the NPC backgrounds.
I'd be down. I kind of want to play Shadowheart because I actually, in my first playthrough, I found it was a YouTuber. It's not original. I can't claim credit, but I found a really cool build that I tried on my Shadowheart, and she was so much fun to play. So I kind of wouldn't mind playing her as my main.
Yeah, there's because there is unique dialogue. I know at least for the barbarian, because I was playing her a little bit, and
Karlach?
like Karlach, yeah, you get a bunch of unique dialogue stuff like when you get to certain points in the game. So that
Can I
might be
just
kind of
say,
cool.
everyone is so obsessed about like romancing the characters. For me, I'm just like, can I just be Karlach's best friend? I really want Karlach as a best friend. I don't care about romancing anyone.
Well,
I
Karlach
want Karlach to be my best friend.
Karlach has
Yeah.
friend zoned me in all of my playthroughs, so I just
Really?
assume
No,
she's
Karlach totally came on to me. I wasn't even trying, and Karlach came on to me. I was trying to romance Gale. He ignored me, and Karlach was into me.
yeah.
So,
I
Mary,
was
I'm about to
Those
prove your
customers
point
get
about.
ignored by Gale.
yeah. Gale is like super like thirsty. I feel like
oh no!
Gale.
I mean, I thought
how did
Astarion
Gale
and
ignore you?
Halsin were thirsty. Like
No, for me-
Astarion and Halsin, like I've
for
never,
me, like,
ever.
Every time I
Like-
went back to camp, Gale was like, "Hey, how's it going? You want to see a magic
Really?
trick?" And I'm like, Gale, could you please tone it down a bit? I already said
Is
we're
that
just
the-
friends."
Is that the way over sexualized like vampire guy?
No,
No,
that's
that's
Astarion.
Astarion.
I haven't played the game. I have gone over this already.
Yeah,
Like literally,
No,
like
okay,
also
so
to prove.
Astarion. Okay, I could be wrong, but from my experience, from what 3.5 playthroughs, like Astarion.